So I just want you all to know that as soon as I was thinking of a way to start the podcast, Adrian here was like, please don't make it a Fate reference. And like
But you were switching the calendar.
So I was switching my calendar from yesterday to today.
I thought you were going to
my
be like...
Fate Grand Order officially licensed daily calendar.
I was going to be like, he's going to be like, oh, he looks at the character today. He's going to be like, haha, reference.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Do you know?
Why are you even asking me?
I don't even know who that is either. I think that is Medb.
What?
Medb? Do you know who Medb is?
No.
Medb? Oh yeah, see, there we go. Medb is a queen of Connacht in the Ulster cycle of Irish mythology. Her husband is one of the core stories of the cycle of Alma Little Macatatak. Did you know that?
No.
I actually taught my kids this in school. No, okay, this is a real story now. This is why I knew. Listen,
Ships Worldwide.
Welcome to Ships Worldwide. We're getting in with a story that's actually super true. I was looking for stuff for my students to like do a quick like short reading assignment on, and one of them was on the Legend of Cuchulainn, which is a Irish myth, right? So I was like, oh cool, like I can do here's the story, here's some questions, I can do some fun stuff with that. So I Google the main character, Cuchulainn. I spelt that wrong. I spelt that super wrong. So I type it in, and fate. So then I'm like, okay, well, let's look up the other character, Queen Meb. And actually, it's not too... fate! So this was before I was into Fate, and I was like, okay, what's up? I'm Googling these characters, and all I find are these anime ones, right? And I was doing it for, like, legitimate learning purposes, and Fate still found me. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. We're Ships Worldwide. I'm Tanner.
I'm Adrian.
And we represent the East and the West. Yes. I definitely more so the East, because...
Definitely more the West this way.
What?
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of West this time, yeah.
I'm just saying a lot of West I like that you don't like. Like a lot.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
You like hate some of it.
Okay, I absolutely play up my hatred of it. Okay, so here's the thing.
That's an excuse that you still know.
So here's the thing. I've learned on the internet that people take indifference as you hate it. So, like, for instance, when we were talking about, say, feet, and people on I was always indifferent to them. I'm like, they're whatever. They're a part of the body. They're neutral, right? Yeah. They're like, whatever. But some people are like, they're so disgusting. You must love them if you don't think they're gross, right? And I'm like, no, they're fine, right? So then that's the thing. It's the same thing for when, for example, people are like, oh, everybody loves Ed, and Eddie. And I'm like, I never loved it. I never actually really liked it as a kid. Like, if it was on, I'll leave it on in the background. But, like, I never went out of my way ever to look at Ed, and Eddie, right? But people take that as, oh, so you hate Ed, and Eddie? And I'm like, well, I guess I do then. I guess I do.
Anyways.
So. It's the end of summer.
Yeah.
As the most famous Kingdom Hearts quote goes, looks like my summer vacation is coming to an end.
Sure.
That's a real quote from Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts 2, Roxas says it. Yeah.
Okay. So how's your week's been?
I'm dying.
Me too.
Like, I was so much like, okay, so here's been my summer, right? School ends. Oh yeah, I'm out. This is the best. I go to Japan. Yeah. I come back. All right. I'm satisfied. I've had a good time. I could end my summer here and be happy. End of summer approaches. I take it back. No, please, I want more. No, why? I'm now in that phase of it's like so close to, like, I'm basically done. Like, honestly, at this point, I went into work.
You're literally in your work clothes right now.
I'm literally in my work clothes, which, like, will blow if people would not even believe that I wore, like, a suit and, like, dress pants today. Like, I was dressed to the nines, right?
As you were turning on your PS4 and a giant picture of Saber pops onto your screen.
There's a little bit of... My life is one of juxtapositions. But I'm definitely, like, I'm back to work, and I'm like... I'm equal parts excited and horrified. I'm excited because, oh yeah, brand new year. I get to, I have all these cool stuff I want to do with the kids. It's going to be a lot of fun. But at the same time, I'm like, well, there goes my life. Like, free time, sayonara, but that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing that comes with my job, right? I get 2 months off and then a week in one time and like 2 weeks at another. Like I get nice lengthy vacations, but paid, but I don't like when it's time to go, I'm done. Like I have no free time, right? So it's a toss up, it has its goods and its bads. But I will say I am happy to be able to, I don't know, I definitely feel less guilty working. There was a bit of guilt while I was here in the summer, even though I was literally being paid to do nothing, which boy, that's great.
Wait, so you felt guilty for not working?
I did a bit. Even though, again, I technically was. Like, it's not like I was taking the time off, right? But I think that's just capitalism seeping its claws into me. I think that's all it is.
Well, my dad was like that. My dad is like that, and I've gotten that from him. And I get like, if there's a day where I don't do anything, I'm like, I'm useless. I might as well die.
See, and I think that on days I am working. I think, well, actually, that's kind of just every day. Yeah, no, but that's so. Yeah, what about you?
Life's a mess. I kind of backed out of my major.
Yep.
And now life is a mess. Life is lost. I have no purpose, but I'm slowly and surely building it back up.
Progress is progress.
Yes.
Progress is progress.
There are things that are going to happen in the next few months that I'm looking forward to. Very life-changing.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Not ready to talk about it publicly yet.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a change. Yes. So maybe next time I'll talk more about it.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear. I mean, full disclosure, I haven't been told yet. So, but we'll, yeah, that happens in life. And, definitely.
Last week was not fun.
Oh, yeah?
It was like just stress over just like I'm worrying about this and then I worry about that and then that just topples. And
yeah, I basically had, so again, full disclosure, on the day we were supposed to record this podcast, I had basically a breakdown with like between needing time to do this, needing time to do my work, and it was just like, and I ended up doing neither. Like I just broke down, and it took a bit of talk with family, to kind of be like, what are you doing? You're fine. You have time, right? There's always time.
I talked to my friends yesterday and had it like they're not going through the best of times either, and we just support each other. And
yeah.
Now I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
There's still a sense of like, what am I going to do?
You do need a sense of push though. You need a little bit of it, right? You do need that sense of, you need that sense of, okay, where am I going? What am I doing, right? Mm-hmm. You need something to work towards, right? You need stats to raise, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're maxed out in stats, what's left for you, right?
Well, one thing I can talk about is I talked to a volunteer company today, and I'm officially part of it, and I can like go to shifts whenever I want.
Nice.
I don't think that'll be like immediately right now because again, life's a mess, and I don't have time for that. But like, once everything settles down, I'd probably start doing that. And I just like I like knowing that like, hey, I can go volunteer and actually like
build your personal network and build your resume and like I like to view things like that as like little, I mean, this is the worst, nerdiest thing to say, but I think of those as different, like, abilities to grind, if you will, right? Like, for example, Final Fantasy, you equip an item, and as you use it, you build up the mastery of its special abilities, that then once you complete it, you have it permanently, even if you get rid of the equipment, right?
Yeah.
So I think of it like that, where it's like, yeah, you work hard at those things and you build up, for example, something to put on your resume, or you build up a person to go on your resume, or you build up a relationship that you gain through that place, right? So that's how I sort of view it. And that is really shows how video games have ruined my life because I think of it like that. But at the same time, it does help me to sort of get through stuff where it's like, oh man, I have to do this. But it's like, well, no, because you're working towards something. So that, for me, that's how I kind of I view it.
Yeah. Yeah, right now, I'm working towards something. I just don't know what it is yet. And it's going to be... Well, the whole thing is, like, what I'm thinking of getting into design and all that.
Yeah.
And I've looked into it and might go to a different school and all that. But all that stuff isn't, like, I can't, like, actually start that until this time next year.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to have to, like, figure other stuff out.
Yeah.
Life stuff.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, for sure. No, that makes a lot of sense.
It's very...
But you have a goal. And that's the important thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I think the problem is when people either stop working towards a goal or they never find a goal. That's when you become actually useless, right? When it's just a day-to-day thing of existing, right?
And that's what last week was, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I was, like, feeling miserable.
Yeah, so it's as soon as you have a goal in mind, even small steps get you, like, you're working towards it, right? And some days you'll have, it'll be, you're not feeling good, half experience points, right? Like, you're not getting there faster. But sometimes you buy that right can of Mountain Dew, triple experience weekend, and you will just, rock it, right? Video games. Who's beeping me right now? Of course you don't understand that, Bixby. You're a machine, and we humans have the willpower to succeed.
Are we loud enough?
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say. Oh, stupid Bixby distracted me.
Bixby distracted you.
Oh yeah, when I was talking to my friends, we just realized that the 20s is like the worst part of your life. For some people.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, because
like, you're growing up, you're like growing into your own.
Yep.
And you don't know what the hell you're doing.
It's like being a baby again.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of thrown into society and you're just expected to know how to do stuff.
And especially now, since like I was taking journalism in college just to do something, just to have a goal.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I can't do this. I need to like get rid of that. Now I'm lost again. But it's like the process of building back up again. It all wraps around.
Yeah.
Conversation wise.
All right. We got really deep there.
Yeah.
How about we talk about some diggity dang video games?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Do I have stuff to say to this?
I've been waiting. I've been eagerly waiting.
Am I starting?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Okay, so I finished Persona 4 Dancing. This was like a while ago.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Baby, come on, feel the vibe.
It was Maze of Life.
Maze of Life?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
that
one.
Was the last one that I played.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fun. Not much to say on that. Next, I played Yoku's Island Express.
Yeah.
Do you know about this game?
Yeah, I know about it.
So it's like a pinball adventure game where like there's like sections that are actually like pinball machines.
Yeah, it's basically a Metroidvania pinball game.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. And I 100%ed it actually.
Wow.
And like I
How
loved
long did
it.
that take?
Like maybe a week.
Okay, so short game.
It's a short game.
Okay, that's good. That's
There's
good.
like, it's one of those games that has that ending, and then there's the true ending.
Oh,
where
yeah.
You have to like get everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really fun. The bosses were kind of annoying sometimes, but like
Pinball games are very hit or miss. They're either the
Literally
best.
sometimes.
Yes. They're either the best or they are absolute trash.
the soundtrack in this game is phenomenal. By the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
really
cute.
good.
It's a cute game.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, here we go.
Do we want to like save this for the last? Cause like.
Sure. Yeah, because
Okay.
I feel like there's going to be a lot to say about it.
Then I played Tetris 99. Got because of the Fire Emblem thing.
Yeah.
I still suck at Tetris.
That's fine.
Highest I've gotten is like 22.
Most people at this point playing Tetris 99 are the Tetris gods.
Pretty much.
They're the hidden Tetris gods.
But it's still so addicting. Like I can't. Like I'm like one more.
Oh yeah. It's
always that
yeah,
thing.
it's definitely made in that style where they want you to keep playing. And it's still whack and awesome that it's free.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous.
when I went to my friends yesterday, they like playing Tetris 99, and like I was like, oh, I can show you the Fire Emblem theme, and they're like, Fire Emblem's in Tetris 2. I'm like, what? And they're like, Tetris, Fire Emblem is like everything, and Nintendo's like obsessed with it now. And then we actually boot it up and like play, and then there's the three characters in the front.
Yeah.
And like, what? One of them was like, "Whoa, this is creepy. Get the anime characters out of my face." I'm like, okay, dude.
It's not even that. I don't feel like Three Houses
that a
is
castle in the
that
background?
anime. I feel
It's
like
not.
It's really not. It's like more just medieval. Like even when you look at the art in the game, it's like actual medieval art at times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I don't think it's super anime. Like I know some people look at it as like Persona, and I'm like, it's not Persona levels of anime at all.
Okay, I'd say it's like
It's
those elements.
It's elements, oh for sure.
Yeah.
But it's definitely way tamer than anything that was Fire Emblem before.
Okay. So then I decided to take a blast to the past and play. So Uncharted 2's multiplayer is shutting down on September 3rd.
For the PS3, you should say.
For the PS3, yes.
Yes.
The multiplayer only on PS3.
Which makes me surprised it was still going.
Yeah,
Because
it's been like...
the PS4 is nearly dead.
Yeah, because the Uncharted 2 came out in 2007, 8?
Oh, so like 12 years ago.
Yeah. 12 years ago.
12 years.
But this game is still...
There's kids who can drive that are younger than it. Not legally, but they could.
But yeah, the multiplayer is still like my favorite multiplayer I've ever played in a video game. It's that game where there's no loadouts. You don't have to worry about that. It's just like there's weapons.
Halo 2 style.
Yeah. There's weapons on the field you have to get
stuff.
to. Yeah.
That's great.
So like everyone knows there's a really good weapon.
Yeah,
there.
right. You got to get to the top of the map to get the best weapon. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that so much more than loadouts and Heroes.
Me too.
It's the best.
Because Uncharted 3 did the loadouts. I'm like, oh,
it's
damn.
not the same.
Yeah. So that's why Uncharted 2 is still like the top for me. And there's like elements that like change the map around. Like a tank comes bursting through and
Oh yeah,
all that kind of stuff. And it's like I put so many hours into that as a kid, and like just like they play the soundtrack in the menus, just like the full soundtrack.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's like hearing these songs just like anywhere. It's like, oh, I wish I could be like in those days again.
Oh yeah.
Like we were talking about nostalgia when I came.
Oh yeah, I just because I edited together the movie version of my trip there. And one of the songs I used was the Chow Garden theme from Sonic Adventure 2. So I'm showing it to my sister. And I should note that she played Sonic Adventure 2 from about the ages of like 3 to 9. Like constantly because she loved the Chow Garden. And obviously she hasn't heard it in a long time. Because when I hit play, she actually, I'm talking full-blown ugly cried. Like,
wow.
Like... Whenever I say, oh, I'm crying, it's usually like at most tears welling up. At most, right? This was like streaming down her face. She's like, I love the Chow so much.
First experience with nostalgia. It's powerful.
And it hit her hard, right? So my nostalgia for me is never that. It's more extreme happiness. Not to a point where I cry, but a point where I'm so happy I remember it. That's me. So
I think for me, it's more just like it's like so. It's the feeling.
Yeah.
It's that feeling that you get.
But I know some...
And you miss it so much.
See, but that's the thing. Some people say you miss it so much, but for me, it's not a negative feeling. It's a happy feeling of I'm so happy I remember it. Right?
Okay.
Because I guess for me, I can go back to almost all of it. Because I'm the type who can play an N64 game and love it at its time, right? Like I can put myself in the mindset of when it released, right? I can revert myself back to imagine being a child and playing this, right? So that's how I'm able to play certain sequels to N64 platformers and get through them and enjoy my time even if they are a flawed mess.
But like nostalgia is all about like what was going on in your life.
We'll get to that, don't worry.
Yes. What was going on in your life, where you were, like that type of stuff. Like it's like back to Club Penguin.
Okay.
Like when I just randomly hear like a Christmas song from the game. It's like I remember playing that in a lodge, Like when I was at a hotel in the middle of winter visiting my grandparents, like that type of like setting, it's like that's the stuff I miss because like I remember being happy at that time.
Yeah.
So,
No, that makes a lot. Like I have a lot of memories like that where it's like going on. Yeah, Christmas especially. There's a lot of stuff because I think it's because you're already so viscerally assaulted by Christmas music that you can't not associate it with whatever you're using to distract yourself from said Christmas music. So like for me, it's like Digimon World Dawn and Dusk on the DS. Like I remember there was one week long Christmas vacation that like I played it 90% of my time there. Like I didn't play anything else, and I played it every time I was awake. So like that one, like to me, is associated with, you know, a lodge at Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then I played today. I just started Monster Hunter World again because Iceborne's coming out soon.
Getting back in.
Yeah. I was gonna get Astral Chain this Friday, but I think I'm gonna save my money.
So I want like I'm so torn. I'm so torn right now because people are like it's Platinum's best game, and I'm like that's pretty high praise when you consider Revengeance, Automata, Bayonetta 1 and 2, Wonderful 101 if you're into that sort of thing.
I hear like it combines like all those best elements, like a best of.
Yeah, so I'm like that's radical. Plus you can play as Chie.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, is that fan art? Like, what is that?
You can just make your character look exactly like Chie, and I'm down with that. So it's so tough because it's like I don't know if I'll have time. Mind you, Monster Hunter Iceborne at least that's a long form game. That's something that you buy and will like. I think I have like 250 hours in World.
You have 67.
Yes, but that's still a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot, right? You're like, I only have 67. But that's a lot. You basically paid $1 for every hour so far, right? Like, so that's the thing. It's like, yeah, if I get Iceborne now, I'll definitely play it, but I can play it for a bit and stop, right? But Astral Chain, that's a solid small adventure. That's going to be one that you're going to want to go back to. And I'm mostly worried about getting spoiled for it, right?
Oh, I am too.
Right? That's the thing for me. It's like you can't spoil Monster Hunter for me. It doesn't work that way. That doesn't matter, right?
Like even monster designs?
Not really. Like if I see a leaked monster design, I'll be cool, right? But it's like I don't freak out like I would a story thing, right? So yeah, definitely I'm so on the fence right now.
I need to save money for these coming months.
And right, that's another thing. I need to also start saving money.
I am working all 4 days this weekend, so maybe if it's like
you get a good day,
big bang of bucks.
Yeah.
I hope people stay in town. We're on so many tangents right now, but like I hope people stay in town instead of going out
so they can get their pizza.
Yeah. So,
are you open Labor Day?
Yes. That day's going to be busy.
That day's going to be
My
good.
boss like straight up told me like it's going to be busy. You're going to work. I'm like, yes, I am. Cool. But yeah,
make sure whenever you go up to the door, you always say, "Suh, dude," because that will get you. That's honestly our Domino's pizza guy. He like rings the doorbell and it's every time, "Suh, dude." And it's like, "Oh, dude, you got some more pizzas? Oh, gnarly, man. All right, I'm gonna put your pizzas right here. Here's the machine, dude. Awesome, bodacious." Yeah, it's like, and I'm just talking to him, and he's talking to me the whole time, and because of that, I will always give him an extra tip. Like it's like, yeah, 15%. Let's go, because he's so into it. You gotta suh, dude them.
What I have noticed is that I'm going to start making more eye contact with the people.
Yes,
because that's the connection.
You gotta, as much as it sucks to say, you gotta guilt them.
You really do.
That's what it is, because it's a guilt tax.
Hi, how are you?
Right.
Just look them dead in the eye.
And then you say, please, tip me.
Anyways.
Hi.
Last thing I did, very big thing. I started JoJo Part 6 and
Stone Ocean.
I'm 100 chapters in. I'm like literally on chapter 100.
Wow.
So I'm going to be talking about that
in the spoiler section because we don't want to let people know that beep. That's a spoiler joke.
And that's it. That's it for me for video games.
All right.
Is there any movies I watched? No.
Nope. No movies. Movies are dead.
Movies are
They're
dead.
dead as a medium.
Wait. One more tangent.
Okay.
So the Spider-Man Far From Home.
Honestly, it was like, it's going to go to this as soon as I said movies are dead.
You're expecting this? Have you read about it yet?
No.
So the Far From Home re-release, right? We're not talking about Spider-Man yet. Like that news.
Okay.
We're talking about.
No, I haven't heard this.
So they're doing the same thing with Endgame. They're releasing Far From Home again with extra footage.
Oh, yeah?
And it came out today. And I've seen on Twitter like their theater
Yeah.
things where you like assign your own seats, like pre-order.
Yeah.
There's like nothing. Like no one's going to these.
Well, yeah,
re-releases.
of course. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore.
Well, combined with like the Spider-Man out of MCU, but there's also that bad press of the Avengers Endgame thing.
Yeah.
That like did not add anything. So
Yep.
obviously.
This is dumb.
Yep.
It's movie DLC. Don't go to it. Don't support that. Okay, my stuff. This was actually a while ago, but it actually came out today, so I should talk about it.
How did you play it?
Well, because the beta was out in Canada.
Oh.
The beta was out in Canada for weeks, and then it came out in the rest of the world today. I played Pokemon Masters. So Pokemon Masters is good.
Good.
It is basically
What kind of game is it?
So it is a gacha game. So you're rolling for trainers, but the combat itself is an RPG, but in the style of classic Final Fantasy. So it's all ATB. So for example, different attacks have different cooldowns. So you want to use a strong attack, then you're gonna have more of a cooldown. It's all 3-on-3, so there's a lot of strategy, and there's some interesting stuff with how. There's all like the Pokemon moves, but then there's also trainer moves. So for example, you might have a move which is the trainer doing something. For example, Brock showing his rock hard abs and intimidating the opponents.
Okay.
That's not even a joke. Or you might get one of the trainers using an item from the games or something. But the crazy thing is, and this is super cool, the amount of lore that this has is the best. So I love the universe of Pokemon. I love the characters. I love how society works. I love how everything's interconnected. So when you start to hear stuff about these classic characters and they're just talking to you and you're learning about them, and it's the game versions, not the anime versions, but there'll be stuff like Brock will be like, oh, hey, look, it's Blaine. I know Blaine, and everyone's like, you know that guy? And he's like, yeah, he's also a Kanto gym leader with me. We see him at gym leader meetings. And you're like, there's gym leader meetings? Like, what? Like, and it's all, like, little connections and, like, characters that would interact with each other in interesting ways do, and I love that. I crave that, right? So for me, it's like, yeah, this is super cool. Is it hyper predatory gotcha stuff? A little bit. It's not bad. You can get... It is a low rate game. So, like, for example, in a lot of gacha games, it'll be like every hour you play, you can get, 10 spins, right? And those 10 spins could be characters, items, equipment, all that stuff, right? Instead, this is every 3 to 4 hours, you can usually get one character, right? Okay. Because the only thing you're rolling for is characters. Everything else you obtain by playing. So because of that, it's like, you'll play for a good while and then you'll be able to get a character, right? And usually only one at a time.
So what do you use the characters for then?
Well, they're your party.
What is the party? Like, what is the core gameplay?
Like I said, it's an RPG like Final Fantasy.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like you select 3 trainers and it's a triple battle format like in Pokemon. But it works like Final Fantasy instead of being turn-based, where different attacks take different amounts of cooldown time. So, for example, if you use Ember with a Charmander, you can use it quickly. You can use it, and then you'll see the meter recharge quickly. But if you use Flamethrower, it'll recharge slower, right?
Oh, okay.
And if you use a super move, well, that's going to take a long time to charge up.
So it's Final Fantasy 7.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's what I mean. It's ATB, like Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Active time battle. And it's good. It's a good mobile game. And the graphics and music and everything, presentation, outstanding. It's awesome. Are people mad because it's gacha? Yeah. But I feel like at this point, gacha's been refined thanks to Japan to a point where if you can absolutely enjoy it without ever putting in a cent. Does it prey on people who have gambling addictions? Oh, yeah. but you can enjoy it without putting in money.
Okay,
And that's the good thing. And you unlock characters even through playing, like, which I was like excited for, where it's you're playing, like, you get Rosa right away. Like, I wanted Rosa. You know who Rosa is? Black 2, White 2.
I haven't played those.
Main female character. Meatball head. The one going, oh, in all the pictures.
Nope.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I'm not like a big Pokemon fan like you.
Rosa.
Oh, her.
You know Rosa?
Yeah, I've
She's
seen
the
her.
one who goes, oh, in her pictures. Yeah.
Sure.
You get her right away. Which is good. Yeah. And then other than that, I played more Fire Emblem. That game is so good. Not much else to say.
I've been itching to get it, but
It's
again,
so addictive. And I don't get it.
it's the Persona cycle, isn't it?
But, like, even Persona, I'll get to, like, okay, Persona, I beat a boss, or I'm right before a boss, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna put this down, right? This, it's like, before a chapter, like, yeah, I gotta play the chapter now. After a chapter, well, I want to see what happens after the chapter. You know, it's like I get halfway through the week, well, I gotta finish the month now. And it just keeps going. And by the time you look at the clock, you're like, it's 3 a.m. and it's good.
That's how I'm feeling with JoJo.
It's addictive. And I'm only on one route, and there's more, and it's like, oh my god.
So it's like one route, 80 hours?
Yeah.
So times that by 3?
Now, mind you, the other routes you go through quicker because of New Game Plus.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you can start the game back up and pretty much get back all the people who you recruited previously, and then you can just get them all by the end. So, yeah, like, it's easier because of New Game Plus, but at the same time, you can also crank up the difficulty. It's like I played casual normal before. I'm going to replay next time on classic normal. Okay. So normal, but now I can't throw Seteth into the flames to die to distract the opponent, right? He will die. And I don't want Seteth to die because Seteth is actually the best. I really like Seteth.
Is that the green hair guy?
That's the green hair guy. I like him a lot. Mostly because of his relationship with his little gremlin of a sister. It's a little close to home.
Oh, okay.
But that's a good game. It's a good game.
I'll get it eventually, and I'll
just wait till the like version that comes with the DLC campaign is all out, because it has a season pass. So they'll probably do a.
You think Nintendo will do
actually
that?
Nintendo doesn't do that.
No, they don't. They didn't do it with Smash.
No, you know what they do? They will re-release it on the eShop as a bundle. They do that.
Yeah,
like
do
you
that.
can get
Fire Emblem,
Xenoblade and its expansion pass together.
I want a physical copy.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So.
Well,
it's not a big deal.
Good luck finding it now, though. Fire Emblem games go away physically fast.
Damn it.
Oh yeah. The other thing I got was the Yu-Gi-Oh game for the Switch.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
I have no care in the world for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, so it's a card game.
I know.
And it's like, okay, get rid of the anime. Throw it out. Get rid of the fact that there is that Solid Snake is a playable card in it.
Really?
Get rid of the fact that Simon Belmont is a playable card in it, because it's made by Konami.
Oh, okay.
Push that to the side, and just take a look at the game itself. And it is just such a solid card game, where the rules are set, but they're flexible, and you can win in creative ways. You can build your deck creatively. But the really cool thing, and what I'm really enjoying, because if it was just, here's all the cards, build a deck and play online, I wouldn't play this. Because I'm not that deep into it, right? Like, I enjoy it.
So, like, Hearthstone type games?
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoy it, but what I'm loving is the story mode. So the story mode, it takes just parts of the TV show, but what it does is it gives you the cards of one of the characters versus another one of the characters directly from the show. So, for example, in the second fight between Yugi and Kaiba in Duelist Kingdom, what cards did they have? You get to play with Yugi's deck, you get to fight Kaiba. Actually play the fight, right?
Okay.
And you can kind of follow how it did in the show, even though the show never learned the rules until the second season. Literally, the show had no rules for the card game in the first season. Later, they actually made the rules, so you can actually like play it to the rules and win as they do. And it's so fun. It's the best way to put it is it's like a puzzle game. Okay. Every opponent is a puzzle that you look at your cards and you look at your opponent's cards and you say, why did they give me these cards? Like, for example, why was I given a card that I can destroy all my opponent's spell cards and they take 50 damage each? Oh, is it because the opponent's whole deck is built around playing certain spell cards and having them on the field? Well, of course, because then I have a direct counter to it. So it's a fun puzzle game for that, and I really enjoy that.
Okay.
The presentation is fine. It's very clearly made by people who like barely know the material, but the actual game itself is like it's the card game itself is awesome.
What's a game with good presentation? Like great, like amazing presentation.
Okay, well, like
Just like randomly, just give me a game.
Persona 5.
Okay. What is it? What is it on the level of Persona 5 and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? Well, no, even lower than that. PlayStation All Stars.
Okay, I would actually say PlayStation All Stars is pretty apt because it's okay. It's not ugly, but it's the
Functional?
most serviceable and
Okay.
functional, right?
So what's worse, an MVCI or
I don't mind MVCI.
presentation wise?
I really don't.
So what's a game you hate presentation wise? Early question segment here.
Oh, that's really tough because like I'm gonna
But like, okay, say like how close it is. Is it how far is it away from Persona 5?
far.
Far.
It's far, but it's okay. If we're gonna say game I hate presentation wise, let's go with what's the name of that stupid game with the horrible battle board?
I haven't even touched Battleborn.
No
I don't
one's
know.
thought about Battleborn for the past 5 years.
Wow.
Remember?
Yeah.
There's a reason I had to think about the name. But it's like, I hate how that game looks. The
Okay.
HUD for it is... I don't know if you've seen it recently. Remember when you were considering getting Battleborn or Overwatch?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yikes!
It's so bad. It's so bad. Google Battleborn HUD and you'll see exactly what I mean. That's like one of the worst HUDs ever. But
Articles called "Let's Talk About This Visual Mess." Oh my god. Go.
it's so bad. Okay, that's bad.
Okay, so
It's
on this level to Persona 5.
Okay.
What is Yu-Gi-Oh?
It is okay. If this is a 0
Yeah.
and Persona 5 is a 10, I'd say it is a 3, where 2 is the lowest bar for serviceable. Like anything lower than 2, and you're actually unplayable.
Okay.
Right? Where I would say it's about a 3.
Okay.
So there's some little flourishes that are nice. Like there's little animations that play when you summon like a character's special card, or and even like the writing and stuff is funny because they kind of like riff on the original for being so stupid. Like, I'm gonna trap your soul in a card and stupid stuff like that. It totally plays with it, right?
Okay.
But it's the actual presentation is like PlayStation All Stars menus, you know, sort of, and like music that's just like generic techno-y stuff. But the card game itself is so much fun,
That's
and
good.
I enjoy
That's
that.
what matters.
Yeah.
So you know what we forgot to talk about?
What?
Banjo Tooie.
Oh yeah. You know what?
We'll save that for the end of when you're done.
Yes. Well, I don't have too much more to go off of. So with all the Pirate Warriors 4 news, I went back and played some more Pirate Warriors 3.
Okay.
Jeez gosh, this game is still the best Warriors game. Bar none. So good. Oh my god. I'm discovering new stuff still. There's so many characters and they're adding more. It's so good. I'm trying to platinum it, but I have to basically get every single coin and the random drops through hard enemies, and the hard enemies only sometimes spawn. It's like, oof. But
That's that Warriors completion.
But here's the thing. It's still so fun.
Yeah.
Just a level to boot up and play. I might not get any... Like, all my characters have reached level 50. That's the max level. You can break their level, but you have to get the rare coins that I'm literally seeking to break their levels.
Okay.
So I'm like, I would get it occasionally. But it's like, I'll play it, and I'm just like... Just booting up and playing a level is so fun. So for me, it's like... Yeah. And if Pirate Warriors 4, which looking at the footage that they've shown is just an improvement on it, and we'll get to that when we get to the news. Holy crap. That game will blow everyone's entire lower halves off. destruction.
Okay.
I started playing Shenmue 2. Weird. Weird. It's a game that is so clearly like a sequel to the first, but they changed the control scheme. So like imagine playing Ocarina of Time and having the B button be the sword and the A button be action or whatever, and suddenly you play Majora's Mask and it's reversed. Same engine, same assets, but they changed the
Can't
controls.
you change it back?
Nope.
Nope.
Which is wild. There's reasons for it. Like, for example, now you can talk to people about different subjects instead of just talking to them and getting something.
Okay.
That's cool. The world is way bigger. Way bigger.
To be expected from a sequel.
Yeah. You have to... Okay. You have to work jobs to get money. And I thought So I thought moving the crates as a forklift operator, that was pretty tedious because it's literally pick this up, move it to a warehouse, drive back, pick it up, move it to a warehouse for like 10 minutes a day. I thought that was pretty tedious. Now you literally stand on a street corner and call to people to come play a scam artist's game. You play it with them, and it's entirely up to luck if you win or not. and it's like you play it for like a half hour.
Oof.
And it's work. And it's like you go anywhere online and you see people saying this is the worst. And there's like one article on why I will defend this one aspect everyone hates. And it's like, and you read this article and it's like, I come home from work after a long day of my real job and I boot up my Dreamcast to play another job, and it really makes you think, is our jobs that bad? And it's like, what are you talking about? It's bad. Lucky Hit sucks. That said, the actual story is going cool places, but there's just a lot of weird stuff in it, and I'm excited to hopefully see it change for the better. I'm so far thinking this might be the Banjo Tooie to the Banjo Kazooie of Shenmue, where the first one is quaint and perfectly tight-knit, and the second one expands on it in ways that make you go, We'll get to that.
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yeah, Kimetsu no Yaiba, which is an anime. I'm sure you've seen it. You've seen it on the internet, 100%. I'm going to show you and you'll be like, of course I've seen that. These dudes. The girl and the sword guy and the pig dude. You've seen...
No,
what?
I haven't.
Really? This is like...
It's evaded my gaze.
This is big. This is like the big new thing for anime right now. Like it's My Hero Academia levels.
Sorry. I just remembered. I thought... Okay, no, sorry.
No, go ahead. Please do.
So there's this like tweet I saw. It's like a stretched out face. Like it's like these are what anime characters look like when they're about to go crazy. And then there's a video.
That's
the train station. Is that?
No, that's from Kaguya-sama Love is War.
And every
so
time
you forgot the umbrella, didn't you?
Yeah.
But then I saw you rode your bike today.
That makes me laugh out loud.
Dude, that's
every
one
time.
of the funniest anime ever. That's a good one. You should watch that one, actually. That was actually... I talked about it when it first came out on the podcast, saying I didn't like it, and then I went back every week and I'm like, no, it's actually the best. That's a good one, actually. Yeah, that one's so funny. That's a good one. No, so I've just been watching it, and...
What's it about?
It's basically...
Kimetsu no Yaiba, by the way.
It's also... the full name is Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer is the most generic name ever, so people just call it Kimetsu no Yaiba. It's basically... kids like living with his whole family, like, you know, multiple siblings, and he's like out in the woods and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get some eggs from town, have a good time, family. And he comes back and like they're all been brutally slaughtered except, and I'm talking like, so this is like from the same, it's Shonen Jump, so it's the same level as like in reading of like Naruto and stuff, but you see like brutal decapitations and like murdered children, and you're like, oof.
Oof.
But the last remaining one is his sister, who got attacked by a demon and she's turned into a demon, but for some reason she's not like a bloodthirsty, gotta kill everything that moves. She like retained her sanity. So it's a thing of like, well, I gotta cure my sister because if she touches sunlight, she dies. It's basically my sister's a zombie and I gotta turn her back.
Okay.
It's simple, but the animation is the most beautiful thing ever. I'm going to type in a word that you need to learn. So Kimetsu no Yaiba, it's Sakuga. Do you know what Sakuga is?
No.
It's the Japanese word for beautiful animation.
Okay.
So it's whenever there's just like really good animation,
Those stills look really good.
Oh yeah,
by themselves.
It's actually made by the studio that animates the new Fate movies and stuff. So they do really good stuff. But just like
That's good.
Like beautiful animation. Well, okay, you know what? There's nothing coming up. Let's just type in animation. So it's all like his sword has like watercolors.
Well, that's cool.
Like it's so good looking. So it's everything like wraps around waterfall style. It's an absolutely breathtaking show. Brutal too for the amount of violence for what is essentially a kids show. Because it's the same sort of time slot as Naruto, right? Also, his sister is absolutely adorable and needs to be protected. She wears like a bamboo thing so she doesn't accidentally bite people. Because if she accidentally bites someone, they turn into a demon. Okay. So she's like, we gotta make sure that she doesn't. It's just really good. It's a wonderful anime. When I went to Japan, its theme song was playing everywhere because it's huge. It's the new big thing. So I've been enjoying that quite a bit. And yeah, the animation got so big. Or so amazing, and that's why I started going back to it. I stopped watching it for a bit, but then an episode came out that people said is the most beautiful anime episode ever created for TV. They said that they've broken new grounds and are like, wow. They said like this is like a watershed moment for animation, and I haven't seen it. And so I'm going back, and even my sister binged it in like 2 days, right? And she's like, it was kind of the most amazing thing. It's like, I'm trying to get up to that point to see like, what is such amazing thing that it broke out of anime Twitter into mainstream moments? Like the mainstream Twitter moments. Yeah. Like what was it that was so good, right? So I've been watching it. It's really good. It's tropey, but enjoyable, you know? Just shonen, of course. But that leaves us with one thing to discuss. One thing that you've been eagerly waiting to discuss with us. Banjo Tooie.
So I was like, okay, I want to play Banjo Tooie. Like I wanted to play the Banjo games for a very long time, and I'm very happy I played Banjo Kazooie. So I'm like, okay, Banjo Tooie, more of the same. That's what I've known, right? So I booted up. Okay, we're in Spiral Mountain. Recognizable.
What's that?
Recognizable, like landscape.
Yeah, it looks like there's some time has passed.
Yeah,
you know, but
a little bit decrepit, destroyed.
Yeah, there's actually some cool stuff if you explore around. There's some hidden things. Oh. Yeah.
And then you walk into the big hole in the wall.
Yeah, there's just a hole in the wall that wasn't there before. I wonder what's over there.
And then this is the point where it's like, okay, I'm exploring. There's like new stuff. Oh, cool.
Go to Jiggy Wiggy Temple.
Even more new stuff.
Yeah.
Even more new stuff. Even more new stuff. And it just became so overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, I'm like, do I want to play this anymore? So I stuck with it. And like, I've been going, I stopped at Grunty Industries.
That's understandable.
That broke me. But like, going back to it.
Grunty Industries is several Rusty Bucket bays stacked on top of each other.
But everything is just so... All the worlds are like nothing. None of them I played are comparable to the worlds in Banjo Kazooie. Like none of them. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Like Mayhem's boring. Like the mines are boring.
I do like the final world.
Oh,
which you'll...
Too bad.
Yeah, you're not going to see. It's called Cloud Cuckoo Land. And it's tough, but it's basically like just a weird world with weird stuff. And it kind of works really well. But it's annoying to get through still.
It's just like this game. It's like everything is so
okay,
tedious.
I like Witchy World.
I don't.
I like Witchy World quite a
I
bit.
don't like any of these worlds.
Oh.
I didn't like any of them.
Huh.
And it's like,
I like Witchy World more than Mad Monster Mansion, I'll say.
I'd rather play Mad Monster Mansion.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But like these worlds are so big.
Yeah.
And it's like,
They're absolutely too big.
they're way too big. And it's like, go open this door as this transformation. Okay, now go all the way back to the hut. Now go all the way back. And
Yep.
it's just like, this isn't fun.
Yep.
This isn't fun at all.
It does. That's something that felt to me. It did feel like tedious, busy work at times. Especially, did you get the split up move?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so now you have to do certain things as one character.
And it's like, there's stuff in this. I'm like, how was I supposed to know that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in this game.
Use the grenade egg on the fence.
Yeah,
That one, I needed to be told.
I just looked up where the jiggies were because it was to a point where I'm like, I don't have enough energy to like discover it on my own.
Yeah.
Because it's so like there's so much many levels of obtusity. Is it obtusity?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing I found so stupid is like, why do you need these like the creatures to give to the mumbo jumbo and the other
the
guy?
globos.
When they're literally right outside? What's the point of that? Like.
There, as you go later, though, the some of the really late transformations will ask for like 5 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course. What? Just make the game less fun.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Donkey Kong 64 takes Banjo Tooie and triples it. Really,
that's bad.
That Donkey Kong 64 killed the collectathon genre for a reason.
I can't imagine. Because this game was so
you know how you have like Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Kazooie and your transformation as like separate characters pretty much, right?
Yeah.
To do different stuff. Donkey Kong 64 is that with every member of the DK crew, except they each have 100 bananas in a level. They each have their own like 2 or 3 jiggies. They each have their own honeycombs. So it's like,
oh my god.
Like, yeah, right?
Also, the presentation is just noticeably worse in Tooie.
What do you mean by presentation?
Like, so like just the HUD. It's like in Kazooie, the honeycombs were like honeycombs that were like connected to each other, you know?
Yeah.
Like they looked like they connected, and it was a cool little thing.
Oh yeah.
But in Tooie, they're just side by side in front of a black.
Oh, okay.
thing.
I didn't notice that really. Mind you, I didn't play mine back and forth. I waited like 2 years in between. So for me, there was.
Well, I didn't want to like keep your Xbox.
No,
in my
fair
house
enough.
For 2
Yeah.
years. I know. I don't want to try it before Banjo came to Smash.
Yep.
And now I understand the grenade move thing he did.
Yep, the grenade egg.
What I did like in this game were the first person shooter segments.
Yeah, they're
Love
fun.
those.
They're
Those
what?
are
Do you
fun.
know why? That's just GoldenEye.
Yeah.
They literally took the engine of GoldenEye and the levels from GoldenEye.
Really?
So they literally reskinned the multiplayer levels from GoldenEye and put them in because they're great. Why wouldn't you reuse them?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that was the one part I really liked. Like there's the mine one where you have to disable the TNT.
Yeah.
And there were a few times where it's like that. There's the last one.
Yeah,
you could not
that one I
find.
had trouble with actually. Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Is there anything else you wanted to ask me in particular about it?
Let's see.
But yeah, it's like it's a bad game.
Yo, how do you feel about them just killing bottles?
That part I did like. The writing in this game, I don't think it's nearly as good as Kazooie, but the part where like you go to the bottle's house
And his whole family's
he's
there?
Can't wait for him to come home. And then Banjo Kazooie was like, yeah, can't wait. That kind of stuff. But yeah, Kazooie's really like her like attitude's really like drawn back a lot too. Mm. Like she's not as much of an asshole.
Yeah, they softened her up a little bit, which I kind of didn't like as much.
And like I can't even remember any like significant interactions in the worlds. It's just like the guy who lives there and he's like blocking something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so a lot of people...
I can't believe how much of a dip Tooie is compared to Kazooie.
A lot of people like it more because as kids, they had so much more time and they were able to like explore the worlds and like it was a bigger time sink, right? So I can understand from a child's perspective why Tooie is so much better for them, right? These bigger worlds, the more to find, more, more stuff. Versus now that I'm an adult, it's like I look at it, I'm like, give me the short and sweet adventure of Kazooie over this overcomplicated mess that's Tooie.
And just like you can't get jiggies like when you're in that world. You have to like wait maybe 2 worlds ahead to get that move.
Yeah, it's like it's where it'd be
and it's like in Witchy World you can't even do like the main mission of the world.
Yeah.
Without like, and it's just like, this is terrible.
Yeah. I don't think it's terrible, but I think it's a disappointment for sure.
I think it's bad. That's why I'm going to say it's bad.
I can understand. I can 100% understand that. 100%.
I was like, when I was like in the middle of Grunty Industries and I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Grunty Industries nearly broke me. Absolutely. I hate Grunty Industries. It's
because when you enter the level, it's like you can't even get inside the world.
You can't even get inside. I hope you got that train from like I was like, what train? And it's like, what? Oh, right, that train.
Because
really?
you forget you can go inside it. There's the train system and all that. It's like,
oh wait, later on there's stuff where it's like, take a character onto the train to go to this world, and then take an item from that world, put it also on the train to go into this world.
Pterodactyl Land?
Yeah.
Hated that world. That's where it was like I'm starting to not want to play this game anymore.
There's elements of that where I was like I didn't like that.
The Stegosauruses? I'm rough on my dinosaur lore, but like I'm
just trying to think.
It's the ones with the
that's a Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus, okay.
Or you think about Triceratops.
Triceratops, yeah, okay. That's what it was. The sick ones, and like it's already bad enough that you need to go all the way over to get Mumbo Jumbo, then come all the way back and heal the person. But the other one that's like sick, you need to put her onto the train, go to Isle of Hags.
Yep.
Go get Mumbo Jumbo from there.
Yep.
Go to Mumbo Jumbo, heal that, and then do all that. And it's like, this isn't fun.
Yep.
This is like, who thought this would be fun?
Good music though. No. What, really?
It's like all the music, it's like, it's not noticeable. It's like not nearly as close as Kazooie.
Oh, it's definitely not as good, but like, I still think there's a few good ones.
I can't like think of.
You're
any songs.
Absolutely right. I can think of any of the Banjo Kazooie themes, and I can't think of a single Tooie theme. I cannot think of a single one in my head right now. Click Clock Wood, immediately I can think of.
Yeah.
Rusty Bucket Bay, I can think of. Right.
Yeah.
But
Treasure Trove Cove.
Oh yeah, but it's like Jolly Roger Bay. I don't remember.
Oh, I forgot about that stupid level. Mostly swimming, and the swimming was bad.
Did you oxygenate the water?
Yeah.
Okay, at least you did that, because otherwise that sucks. Did you fight Lord Woofak?
Is it the anglefish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see when you burst his boils, there was just blood?
Yeah.
Wild how they got away with that.
There's a moment where like I killed it, but I got killed in the process, and that's when the power like flickered off. There was a moment I was playing Tooie, and I almost beat that boss. Well, I did, but then I died at the same time, and it was loading back in. The Xbox just shuts off. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you.
You didn't drink your verification can.
Yeah.
You didn't say, I am drinking the Mountain Dew verification can.
The timing was comical. It was perfect. It was like, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, the Xbox One as a console has flaws. Like no rest mode.
How?
I don't. People are like, you just turn it off and it stays on. And I'm like, not always. Sometimes it just stops.
Yeah. And then you got to start Kazooie all the way back from the beginning.
It's kind of whack.
All right. I'm done. I'm done with Tooie.
Okay. How about we talk about some news? So
right into the news.
You originally put this under the East section, but I'm going to be honest. I don't know any of these. Like, I know like 3.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go. There was recently the Indie World announcement. Why did they change the name from Nindies to Indie World? Indie World seems kind of bootleg to me.
I don't know. It's just because it was a new format.
I guess.
Like because they got new branding.
Okay.
That's what it is. Because Nindies had a certain branding. This has a different branding.
Okay.
Just and plus remember the old indie guy.
He
quit.
left.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Okay.
He left. Right. So
now they're just disembodied voices.
Yeah.
So I have a list here. We're just gonna like go through it and
say
see.
anything if we have anything to say.
All right, Super Hot and Hot Miami Collection.
Okay, Super Hot? Yeah, I like Super Hot. Hot like...
Have you played Super Hot?
Yeah.
I haven't. I want to play it.
It's
one
fun.
day.
It's fun but frustrating. Mind you, I played it on PC.
Okay.
PC has a whole other thing going with it, but it is really cool.
Risk of Rain 2.
I don't care.
Coming out summer.
Roguelike.
Like really soon.
But
No? I haven't. I heard it's a really hard game.
well, because it's a roguelike.
Well, it doesn't have to be a hard game if it's a roguelike.
Minecraft's
Minecraft's a roguelike.
No, it's not.
Like randomly generated?
No.
Are we talking about?
No. Randomly generated and roguelike are different.
Okay.
Roguelike is like Binding of Isaac, where, yeah, it's randomly generated, but then the items you get are randomly generated. The power-ups you get are randomly generated. The path you take literally depends on...
It's literally just the cards you're dealt the game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Minecraft is you're given a randomly generated sandbox. But okay, for example, what if you're playing Minecraft and you could never find the Ender crystals because you didn't get a seed with them? Instead, you got a seed for villages, right? So that's what roguelike is.
Okay.
Right, and then if you die, you lose everything, and the world is erased, and you're dropped into another world. That's a roguelike.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the difference there between just a sandbox and roguelike. Look at me flexing my Minecraft knowledge.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I only know that because there was a period where I was like, yeah, Minecraft, and then I actually got the game, and I realized, oh no, it makes me throw up.
Oh, it's that's the reason.
That's a big reason.
Oh, okay.
It physically makes me sick to look at, and
Interesting.
not
Should
even
turn up the field of view to 100.
Oh god,
I did that when I played it with my friends yesterday. And it's like,
yeah, no, it's with the right mod packs, it actually gets fixed.
okay.
Like with the hyper realistic sort of stuff, it's actually fine. I don't know what it is.
Freedom Finger.
Is the game actually censored? That's what I was wondering the whole time.
It's like just a bullet hell with finger guns.
Yeah, but you had different like gun on each finger, and if it's the middle finger, they put a big censored over it. I'm like, is that in the trailer? Or is that in the game?
What's the game rated?
I don't know.
That's what makes it.
Well, I feel like if there's censored there, even that has to be T.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know.
Cat Quest 2.
I don't care.
Sparklight.
I don't know.
Munchkin Quacked Quest.
Munchkin is a weird thing that I heard lots of people always talk about.
Me too.
It's like it's D&D for kids pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Torchlight 2.
I don't care.
I heard this game it's a cult classic type game.
Okay.
So, Creature in the Well.
Don't even remember what that is.
You don't. This one I have my eyes on because it looks really interesting.
What is it?
It's pinball again, but it's like a dungeon style.
I don't remember that at all from the trailer.
The eShop's promoting it a lot too.
Huh, I'll take a look.
Blasphemous?
Meh.
Do you remember what these games were?
Not.
Okay.
Most of them, no.
Northgard? It's the Viking game. Ori and the
Ori and the. Of course, I know Ori. Yeah.
Ori and the Blind Forest coming to Switch Definitive Edition.
Cool. That's cool. Weird seeing the words Microsoft Game Studio be.
I'm kind of almost used to it at this point.
I don't know. I'm still not used
after
to
Cuphead, after Banjo.
So okay, Cuphead I could see. Banjo.
I guess Ori feels more Microsoft.
Ori feels very Microsoft. And it's not on here, but Rivals of Aether is also coming to Switch.
Yeah.
That has Ori in it as a playable character.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm definitely going to pick it up. I've been one. It's a Metroidvania, of course.
Yeah, it's a great one. I've heard.
Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince.
How do they have 4 of these? I don't know.
I heard these games are really popular, but I don't see them talked about at all.
So that's the thing. They're like, yeah, it's popular. I don't know a single person who's ever played a Trine game other than people who were like, yeah, I got it as a free game on Steam. I don't know. Trine.
It's like that audience that is like behind a wall we can't hear.
It's so strange.
But they're there, you know? The Tourist.
This looks interesting.
This one is getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, I can't even describe what type of game it is other than...
At first I wrote it off because it was in that graphical style. I'm like, it's one of these.
By Shinen, though.
That wasn't even what caught me. It's like the elements of like playing games or like almost like a slice of life game. Almost.
Yeah, that's
what really caught me.
That's cool. Yeah, when I saw the graphics, I'm like, oh, whatever. But then, yeah, as soon as we saw more, I was like, oh, cool.
Roki?
I remember distinctly being like, I don't care. What is Roki? I remember just distinctly being like, I don't care. I don't remember what it is.
It feels like something I was interested in, but I forgot about what it was. Oh, no, it wasn't this one.
Yeah, this one, right? I remember looking at this and going, I don't care. Oh, get out of here, Battleborn. We don't want to see that again.
Europa? Was that the one?
Was this the one that was really cool looking?
Oh no, this was
no.
This one looks like
this one's weird.
Yeah.
But in a cool way. I'm actually kind of okay with this one.
What's this one again?
This is the one where it's like you paint, but you can also walk on any surface and like you can make the world. It's kind of interesting.
I'm not a fan of the graphical style though.
I'm fine with it.
What the golf?
I'm excited for what the golf.
I don't even remember this at all.
This is the one where it's like you can, like you don't just play golf with golf balls. You play golf with like a car.
Oh,
and play golf with like. It's just so wacky looking.
Reminds me of Donut County.
So like instead it's you.
What is this? That's just cluster truck.
Well, yeah, it was parodies of stuff too.
Okay.
There. But yeah, so like that's one that looks fun.
Huh.
Hypercharge Unboxed. Do you remember what that is?
No.
No, we're Googling these.
Again, we watched this in like the morning, and I was like half awake for this.
It's like the little soldiers thing. I don't
remember that at all.
I do. One Finger Death Punch 2.
More Finger Death Punch.
Remember?
What?
I remember seeing this and saying like, "Yep, that's certainly a game
video game
that it was."
It reminds me of like
years ago.
Reminds me of like a game I'd play like in the middle of class.
Right? Yeah, I don't care. Wow, we are so boring. Skellboy. I think I remember this one looking pretty cool graphically. Yeah, this is the one that's like 3D. Like it's like a 3D world with sprites.
Okay.
And I remember looking at this one going like, yeah, this one's kind of cool looking. You can like take enemy parts and kind of use them for yourself.
Oh yeah, that's what. Okay.
I remember, this one looks kind of cool. I remember looking at this one.
It reminds me of like those like wooden.
The only thing is graphically, I found it a bit hard to actually look at what's going on at times. I feel like there needs to be more shading so you can actually know like the depth of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. That was one thing I noticed about it. Close to the sun. Are we just going to get pictures of being close to the sun when I Google this? I don't...
Reminds me of BioShock.
I don't know what this... I think this is literally made by ex-BioShock devs.
Huh.
Yeah.
I might look into that. Earth Knight.
Earth Knight.
Do you remember this one?
No.
This one I distinctly remember. It's the dragon one.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay, so I remember looking at this, and this is one that even more than the other one has the problem of
what's going on.
I cannot tell what's happening on the screen.
Yeah.
There is zero.
There was a point where I'm like, okay.
There is zero differential between the background and the foreground. Yeah, it looks like a cool, crazy dragon platformer, but I legitimately can't tell what's going on. Like, okay, great picture here. Where's the character?
I don't know.
She's here.
What?
Right? There is, this has problems with visual style. 100%.
So hopefully they fix it before it comes out.
They won't. I think it's already out on other stuff.
What do you think of Go Back? Like that perspective, like the diving with all the dragons.
That's good. That looks good, especially when you're up in space.
Oh yeah,
that looks rad. But again, when you're side scrolling, I cannot tell what's going on.
Okay.
Isn't that the fish from Kirby? It is. Okay.
Kind game.
Oh, this was the one that was then shown in the Stadia after. So it's like a thing where you're like a little box thing, and then you can like extend out your parts, and it's apparently musical, and like you move around.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Fogs.
Do you remember? I don't remember half of these.
Me neither.
Oh, this is the one with the cute double-headed dog. I remember looking at this one and going like, yes, this is a good video game that I'm very excited for. That one was one I'm excited for.
Eastward. This is the one you...
Yes, this is the one that I'm like, yes, that's a good looking game.
It's made by the guys who made
Stardew Valley.
And there was another game they made too.
It's by Chucklefish.
Yeah, they made that Advanced Wars game.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
I know the exact one you're talking about.
What's it called?
The one that was advertised for Nintendo for so long. Oh my god.
What's it called?
Advance Wars indie game.
Wargroove.
There we go. No, like okay, so I look at this and I get Mother 4.
Yeah, it does
like it looks like an evolution on the Mother art style. And that's what gets me excited.
That's cool.
It's really
It looks
looking.
busy, but it looks like cool at the
no.
same time.
So here's the thing, it looks busy, but you can tell what everything is,
Yes.
and that's the important thing, right?
Yeah.
You can absolutely tell what everything is on screen.
I might
It's
get this.
Clear.
This
it
looks amazing.
It looks beautiful. Earthbound inspired. It's actually not at all. Just because it's like in this style, like the gameplay is nothing. It's closer to like Zelda than anything. But of course they say it's Earthbound inspired. Yeah, that looks awesome. Skater XL. This looks jank on the Switch. Like,
but it's like it's a spiritual successor probably to Tony Hawk.
it's a spiritual successor to Skate.
Skate, right?
But
Skate.
here's the thing, it looks like a PS2 game. Like it looks. Look at that skin texture.
Oh yikes!
Oh, it's it has some okay effects with like depth of field and stuff, but like look, compare Skate 3, a last gen game, to this one. It's like
I feel like if you're like you've been craving that kind of game.
Yeah. Dungeon Defenders.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to click and drag and I failed. Dungeon Defenders Awakened. I need to Google these to see what they are. Yep.
This reminds me of like a mobile game.
Definitely don't care about that.
And the Best Friend Forever?
Best Friend Forever? I'm going to get things that aren't that. I need to type in game after. You know your game is good when you have to type in...
Oh, this is the dog dating sim thing.
What?
You didn't hear about this? Like, have you seen the characters?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like you're a person and you're in a dating sim, but you have a dog with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Sure.
You gonna get it?
No.
No. Spiritfarer sounds familiar.
Spiritfarer. Which one's that one? Yeah, this one looks awesome. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
beautiful. This one looks beautiful animation. Looks really interesting.
Oh, this is the one where like you say goodbye to the deer god and it like
this
dies.
is one where you say bye, dear mom, turn into a deer god.
It's like for the furries.
Where's the best indie game? Why wasn't it shown? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The best Nintendo Switch indie game. Nintendo Switch. Pantsu Hunter.
No.
Look at this art style. It's a game that's 90s anime style.
But why is it like called that?
Because you're hunting their underwear, dude. It's the goal. Look at it. Oh my God. Look at it.
It's literally on the cover.
It's literally on the cover. I'm just gonna post that on Twitter with no context. Oh yeah, Rivals of Aether is also there. I did put it there. I'm just gonna post it and just see if anyone says anything. There we go. Okay. Well, that was the indie news.
Yes.
Honestly, not for me, but I appreciate more games.
A lot of it was spoiled. A lot of the big ones were.
Oh,
because
really?
like the Super Hot and the Hotline Miami.
Oh yeah,
Miami was leaked.
They leaked
Ori
that.
was leaked.
Yeah.
Like those were the big ones for me. But like I don't think it was good as the last one. I remember the last one being a lot better.
Well, I mean, I was the whole time last time it was the same thing of show me Bloodstained, show me Indivisible, right? Like those were the ones I cared about, and you got neither. This time, Bloodstained is out, but no Indivisible, right? But it's coming later, so
we still need
where's Skullgirls footage?
Where's Untitled Goose Game?
Right? Yeah, that was another one.
So
okay,
cool.
Great. Now to Japan, which definitely had a lot less news, but some big stuff. Like this one made me nearly explode. The Mega Man Zero and ZX Legacy Collection. So this is 6 games. 0, 02, 03, 04,
so is this
ZX, and
all
ZX
the
Advent.
games?
So this is all of the Zero and ZX games.
Okay.
And it's going to be on one thing because they're Game Boy games, so they're small, right? So this is really interesting because, like, a lot of people loved the Zero games, but not a lot of people played ZX. And so Zero is basically just like another take on Mega Man. It's normal. But ZX and ZX Advent are actually Mega Man Metroidvanias. Where...
Really?
Yes. Huh. And your whole gimmick is you turn into the other bosses to explore with their powers. So, for example, you start the game off as either Mega Man... like basically Mega Man X, right? and then you get the power, you beat up the fire boss, you turn into the fire boss and get to play as them.
Huh.
In the first game, all the bosses look kind of like Mega Man. Like, they don't actually look like different things. But in the second game, you get to turn into, like, the big, giant robot master, like, the giant, like, Maverick bosses.
That's cool.
And so it's like, yeah, it's a really cool way to do Mega Man. And it's also just Kamen Rider. Because it's literally, we have these magical devices that let us transform into the Mega Man. It's literally, it's so far into the future now that the difference between humans and robots is gone. Like, you can't tell.
Okay.
Everyone, it's, the convergence has happened. It's the same. And now people are like, you find an shard of Mega Man and you can become him. And it's really cool. The Zero games are difficult, but people love them. And they're just really good platformers. They're not made by Capcom, though. None of these are made by Capcom.
Really?
They're all made by Inti Creates.
Oh, there you go.
Inti Creates makes good games. So definitely one that a lot of people are excited for, because the only way to play some of these before was on the DS. Either ZX and ZX Advent were only on the DS, and the Zero games got a Zero collection on the DS. So for a lot of people, it wasn't accessible to play, right? And so it's really cool that, like, yeah, we got these games back. And they said, my friend who is slightly in the know with Capcom said, oh yeah, and there's some cool features where you can play with filters. There's a multiplayer race function, and then there's remixed music, which is always welcome. An art gallery of amazing art. He said, okay, you bought the Mega Man Legacy Collection, you got Mega Man 11. You bought the Mega Man X Collection, you got Rockman X Dive, and something else that's coming later. You buy this, anything is possible. Oh. So he's already saying, like, and he's in the know. I know him, my good pal Brian. He's basically saying, like, yeah, like, get this. Even if you already have the games, get it to show that. Because the whole thing is, Capcom for a long time, Mega Man was dead, right? Like, it was a dead series.
I know.
And so now, but they only ever did stuff with Classic and X, right? So, but now, this is them saying, look, we want all the Mega Man series. So I'm not saying it's going to lead to Mega Man Legends 3, but it might. So please get this game if you want Legends 3. Okay.
Cool. On the Capcom, while we're on the Capcom train here, what about that Resident Evil stuff that's going on?
Yeah, they're going to show that off later. We got a few screens of Project Resistance. I don't think this is Resident Evil 8. I think this is a spin-off. What are you doing?
I thought so. I have this thing on my phone, like Google Survey Rewards, that you answer random surveys and you get money.
What?
Google Play money.
This sounds like a scam.
It's not. It's like officially licensed by Google.
Okay.
And I have like $25 right now.
That's shady.
It's not. Like, it's literally just
I've never heard of this.
It's literally like, so you went. It's Google, so they know where you went. So it's like, okay, you went. List the places you went, and if you made a payment, and then you get money.
Okay.
And you can literally lie, and it won't do anything.
Okay.
But like, I was doing it, I thought it was going to be like one of those one question things, but it was like asking me like, how did you enjoy this YouTube video?
And it showed Vinny.
Yeah. The dream stream I haven't even watched yet. So, but anyways.
Project Resistance. I think it's just a Resident Evil spinoff. It looks to be potentially a Left 4 Dead style cooperative shooter.
Is that like on the teetering on the edge of Raccoon City, Operation Raccoon
Well,
City?
but it's made by Capcom though.
Oh, okay.
Those games were not made by Capcom. Those games were outsourced to crappy Chinese companies with the license. This one's actually looking to be made by Capcom.
Okay.
So, well, we need to see what it is though.
Resident Evil 8 is on the horizon.
All we got is some screenshots of these characters that look like, yeah, those are characters in the Resident Evil 2 engine that look kind of like stereotypes of a horror film. You know, the jock, the pretty girl. So it's like, what are we going to get with this? I don't know. We're going to have to see.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else Capcom related? Well, there's Monster Hunter, but...
There's a lot, actually, but we'll go back up and give you some other stuff.
Cool. So, The Witcher 3 coming out onto Switch on October 15th. And it's looking... like, there's some footage out there.
So the thing that I learned was they showed in the... where was it that we saw footage? Was it E3 or...
It was Gamescom.
Gamescom.
Yeah.
So they showed footage of it, and people were like, it's a little... The performance isn't the best. But then people were like, well, that area that they showed runs like that on the PS4. That is the worst area of the game for performance. So the fact that they showed that area and it's looking not the best and not unplayable says that this port is going to rock. And I'm like, that's pretty cool.
They're also doing the thing where they did with Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch, where they said that you can only play it portably and you can't play it like on a TV.
What?
Just to like make it look the best they can, you know?
You can play it on the TV though.
You can, but like when they were demoing it at Gamescom,
okay, I see
they
what
wouldn't
you're
let
saying.
you play it on the TV,
okay, I see what
only
you're
on
saying.
the portable.
Okay,
thing.
yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah.
Might as well get the second story too.
Big story here. Sony bought Insomniac Games.
It's weird that they never did that before.
Yeah, apparently, like I read a few interviews, not interviews, but just like articles, and some employees thought they were already a part of Sony.
When all you do is make games for Sony, don't
Yeah.
you work for Sony? I don't know. That's cool.
But, yeah, that's cool. What does this mean?
More Spider-Man, obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%.
But like definitely more of the brand loyalty.
Yep.
So.
Okay, so this is actually going on right now. There is a new Monster Hunter World Iceborne beta that lets you face off against the Banbaro, who is the big horned dude, the Great Jagras, who is just the Jagras. You've fought him already. Tigrex, who is tough, and Velkhana, the Elder Dragon mascot. If you beat Velkhana, you actually get a reward pack for the full game. Nothing exclusive, but just like, here's 10 items that you can sell for a bunch of gold. Here's 10 mega potions.
So it's going to be a completely separate game?
Iceborne?
I thought it was going to build on top of World.
No, it's an expansion. There's a beta for the expansion.
Wait, so like they're different apps?
No, it's the same app. But there's a beta for it. Like the beta's a separate app.
I'm talking about the full expansion. Like
It's
that
just,
you buy.
No, okay, there's no disc version.
Okay.
It is a
Okay,
DLC expansion.
Okay, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it is a DLC expansion.
Because there's like those Western games like Uncharted. There's Uncharted 4 and then the Lost Legacy.
No.
Okay.
There is a version of it coming to stores, but it is just a re-release of World's Disc with the DLC code.
Oh, okay.
So it is just it is a DLC expansion.
Okay.
100%. But one cool thing is they're giving everyone something called the Guardian Armor Set. This is a free armor set for every player of the game, regardless of if you have World or Iceborne or not. That lets you. It is just a super solid armor set that will let you go and beat the final boss. So it's if the only thing stopping you from beating the final boss is you don't have the time to grind out an armor set to have enough defense, here you go. It's not amazing, but it's just like 3 skill in attack up, 3 skill in defense up, 3 skill in HP up, nothing else, right? Okay. Just solid stats, right? And it's free for everyone. And it looks cool too. It's like this. It's like a kind of a knight armor with like blue and red kind of cool. Cloth on it to make it look kind of regal. And it's free for everyone. Just get on through if you have to.
There you go.
So that's pretty cool.
So Bethesda fixed the Doom ports.
Yep.
No more login required.
Just as it was meant to be. Wink, 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 wink.
It wasn't. You mean?
Well,
you mean like it was always meant to?
It was always meant to be like this. They say. Definitely not a way to get you to sign up for the Doomslayer Club. Definitely not.
But yeah, I might buy those games eventually now.
Okay.
So.
Sounds good. Speaking of, Mega Man X Dive is getting a closed beta on September, I think, 12th now. They've changed the date. But the cool thing is, they initially said, okay, sign up. 20,000 players will get to play. Then they're like, just kidding, everyone will. And so now everyone's like, because apparently the game is really good.
It's mobile, though.
No, so here's the thing. From my friend Brian, who's slightly in the know, he's been talking about this game for a long time. He's obviously been able to play it for a while. And what he said was this is a game that will make you scream to the heavens and say, why is this not on a console? He said it is a console game that is on mobile.
Huh.
The fact that you can plug in a controller and play it like a normal game will make you go, why is this not on console?
Okay.
To which he says it might come later.
So it's just another Mega Man X game?
It is not just another Mega Man X game. It's the story of it is, oh no, we have a virus in our system that remembers every fight that Mega Man went on. Go into the system and redo historic Mega Man fights. But here's the thing. One, there's levels remade in 3D from across the entire series, not just Mega Man X. There's levels from ZX, which were only done in pixel art, remade in full 3D. There's also like 12 playable characters. So not only is there like Mega Man X, there's Mega Man X in his command mission armor. That's cool. There's Zero, there's Vile, there's all the operators. There's random one-off bosses from the RPG game that you can play as. So it's a lot of just, it is pure fan service with so microtransactions, yes, gotcha, no. So there will be stuff of like you can play for a bit and then you have to wait for the cooldown to play again. But there's no gotcha.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I can simply run it on my... So there's a thing called BlueStacks. BlueStacks is a Android emulator that you link to your computer, your Google account, and you can just play Android games on the computer. So for me, I'm just going to plug in my controller and play a new Mega Man X game.
There you go.
Because for me, it's not, like I can do that, right? So I'm excited for that.
Cool. When is it coming out?
September 12th. Closed beta, at least.
Well, no, I mean like the full. Is there like a full game?
No name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is weird.
Yeah. So, I think a couple days ago, an official Amazon, was it on Amazon?
I think it was Amazon. Yeah.
But
like Amazon, like France or like Brazil, like not Western, but like like a subsidiary.
Well, that's what usually happens in these cases. An Overwatch Powerade Nintendo Switch case was announced, or not announced, but like put on the Amazon store and quickly removed.
And it says it's both officially licensed by Nintendo and Blizzard.
So it's an official thing.
Yep.
So what does this mean?
I think okay.
Like, what does this mean? Like,
so I'm going to be very honest. It means Overwatch is coming to Switch.
Obviously.
It does not mean Tracer or Diva or Mercy or Sigma's Feet are coming to Smash Bros. You idiots. It's clearly Soccer from Soccer Wars.
It's not just because of this. It's so you have the fire of which this case is, right? And then someone like a match, like a really like poured gas on this match, threw it in the fire.
I feel Smash is closer to a flamethrower than a match.
Okay, flamethrower.
There you go.
Someone took a torch to this bonfire, and this torch was that leak, that 4chan leak.
The female riding a mech.
It was just a female that people are going to be disappointed by. And it's like, this sounds a lot like... I
see some people saying Cooking Mama.
You know what? I'd be down for that.
No, I wouldn't be.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't be.
I'd be... See, I'm not looking at these characters other than Doom Guy. I'm not looking at these characters as being like representations of their franchises now. I'm like looking like, what can this character bring to Smash that we haven't seen before?
You know? What can Cooking Mama bring?
Food-based attacks. Kirby doesn't do it.
She would just play as villager, but instead of swinging a net, it'd be swinging a utensil.
Sounds like you're pretty close-minded about Cooking Mama. Sounds like you lost a Cooking Mama.
No, actually, I've actually 100% in a bunch of the Cooking Mama games. I really enjoy them. But here's what I'm going to say, and I feel like the internet needs to hear it. Cooking Mama is such a nothing franchise. Like, people treat it...
Like, literally now, because the new game...
Oh, yeah. The new game is made by a shell company who's, like, putting in, like, deep learning to monetize it. It's wild. But, no, so here's the thing. People treat Cooking Mama as, like, this staple franchise of the DS. Like, it was a franchise that sold billions, and it's revolutionary. Well, but it did sell a lot. Yeah. But here's why. Because it is shovelware. Japanese shovelware. It is.
That somehow got lucky.
Well, not only they got lucky, I mean, there was decent money put into them, but the reason, like, they made tons of them because they're so easy to make, just add more recipes. And at the end of the day, Cooking Mama is neat, but there is no way you can claim that Cooking Mama has any of the cultural mileage that Joker, Banjo, or Doom Guy has at all. Like, those three, like, and I said Doom Guy. That wasn't a mistake.
I know.
Like, honestly, I agree. Doom Guy does kind of deserve to be in for the amount of what he's done for the genre, right? Cooking Mama is not that. Cooking Mama is no Erdrick either, right? Like, that's big, right? That's so big. Sega just announced a game where the main character is obsessed with Dragon Quest. And like that's not only like they have nothing to do with Dragon Quest, but it's so big that that's the thing about the character.
So let's bite the dust back to the Overwatch talk.
Okay.
On Switch.
Has Overwatch done anything to be a cultural milestone?
No,
for gaming?
I'm like way back.
Okay.
We're done Smash. We're done talking about Smash. 'Cause you're like people will be confused by that. A lot of people.
Not really.
This is like the tangent, the podcast.
That's fine.
Anyways, so would you get Overwatch on Switch?
No. No.
Why?
What advantage does Overwatch give on the Switch?
Portability.
Yeah, I'm gonna tether it to my phone and play online outside.
No, it's like you go upstairs. It's like you're done playing Overwatch on the PS4, you take your Switch, you go upstairs, play a few more matches before bed.
I have literally never... So, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I will never...
Well, in your case, just go like step into bed and play some Overwatch on your Switch.
I honestly very rarely play my Switch portably unless I'm outside my house.
Okay.
I'm at a point where I will just play it on the TV if I'm here. Which is weird, because I thought I'd be the other way around, where I'd chill on the couch. Mm-hmm. But I feel like for me, a lot of games, I'd rather play it on the TV if I can.
What were you going to say about Overwatch? You were like about to say something significant, and then I just like...
I was just going to say it does not have... I would argue that it did not culturally change anything. Like, it for... Some people are saying, like, oh yeah, it invented the hero shooter genre. And it's like, it really didn't. Popularized maybe,
I think it's more about the
even.
Blizzard brand. It's been established.
But even still,
Blizzard's kind of like
Blizzard's. But even I would like honestly, and maybe it's because I'm a disgusting weeaboo, but I would never say that Blizzard was in a the kings of game development.
No, I think they were in the West. They were kings.
So, but here's the thing: I'm talking about the world, right? Like, when I think about the game development companies...
Oh, WoW was worldwide, wasn't it?
It was, but that's one game. I feel like for it to be one of those things, you have to have multiple cornerstone games, right?
Well, there's Diablo. There's, like...
It's absolutely because I'm a weeb. I look at those games and I get anti-joy. WoW's an MMO. I can't touch those.
If that was on a console, I'd be obsessed with that game.
Diablo... I hate that perspective for games, that over the top.
Really?
I hate it. Just
see, I like it.
The only time I'll play it is if it's an RTS. Like, I like Age of Empires.
Okay.
And that's about it. So like I look at most of Blizzard stuff and I'm like, for me, those are the opposite of what I would say games are. For me. And it is because I didn't play PC games at all. Like almost at all, right? Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
But yeah, that's a weird thing that was announced. So Overwatch is clearly coming to the Switch.
And there's
it could also be an Overwatch spin-off. It could be like a weird just little side project that they're making for Nintendo with Overwatch characters.
Maybe
it could be, maybe a
that case itself though. That's a cool case. I like that case.
Okay. Shantae and the Seven Sirens was reveled. Why was there a typo? I just copied it from a website as Shantae 5's official title. And this game looks dope because it looks to take the engine of Half Genie Hero, which was really good, and put it back into a Metroidvania style. Because Half Genie Hero was linear levels. And people were like, that's neat, but Shantae never was about linear levels. Shantae was a Metroidvania. Mm-hmm. So to bring it back to that is like, well, perfect. You fixed the problem. And that means more music from Jake Kaufman, which is going to destroy my innards. Because the music for Shantae Half Genie Hero is some of the best almost ever. It's so good. It's so good. Jake, I've
never really gotten to Shantae.
A lot of it is because it's cute girls.
Is that why people want her in Smash?
It's absolutely because her character design is absolutely the most bait ever. But the games themselves are good.
Yeah.
And the music is some of the best. It's outstanding. And plus it got the opening movie by Trigger, which is really cool. Actually,
Smash tease, yeah.
It's not that. People
I know.
Stretching. I mean, she's already in Smash. That's huge. Like that for an indie character,
Yeah.
that's really big, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that alone is like I can sit there and go, yeah, she's in. It makes me happy, right? But like I was saying, got the opening movie by Trigger, which is really cool, and I'm actually going to see the day after our convention. The one the next convention that we're going to. The Sunday evening, I'm going to a premiere for Promare, which is a new movie by Trigger, and before it, they're playing the Shantae 5 opening on the big screen.
Cool.
Right? And they're doing that. They're basically before it, they're showing a bunch of Trigger stuffs. So it's gonna be like Indivisible's opening, Shantae's opening, the one Toy Story short that they made. There's like an anime Toy Story short by Trigger. So I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be cool. So I'm excited for that.
Your fate shelf is glowing.
It is. My fate shelf does glow now.
Why?
Because I've been giving it power.
It's like absorbing the room. It's gonna become a black hole.
Speaking of Jake Kaufman,
Shovel Knight, or the Yacht Club Games as a whole, had their own direct yesterday.
Yes.
Announced a bunch of stuff. First and foremost, we learned that King of Cards and Showdown, the complete Shovel Knight experience, is coming December.
Yes, and it will have 45 new songs.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. So that's coming. As well as the Amiibo coming out.
Yep.
That time too. We don't have a solid day yet, but it's just December 2019. After that, they showed more Showdown footage, revealed new playable characters, being Mona and the Tinker.
Then there was even more. If you pause in the footage, all of the guest characters are playable. Really? Mr. Hat, Raze, Baz Knight, Phantom Striker, like those slime samurai from the final levels?
It's been a while since I played it.
Like they're like they kind of like curl up into a little like puddle, and then they come up and they're like the samurai, and they can either rush at you with the sword.
Oh yeah.
So that was also another backer designed character, but it's just as a regular enemy.
Okay.
That's also playable. As well as some alternate skins for characters, which are really cool. So there's a lot to this.
Yeah, no wonder it took so long.
Right? Yeah, it's pretty big.
And then they wrapped it up with Shovel Knight Dig.
Yeah.
So is this the sequel?
So I think I'm treating it as a spin-off.
Okay.
Because it is also a different like game. Like it's not
It's like a collaborative effort between Yacht Club and who?
Nitrome.
Nitro.
What did Nitrome make? Their names does sound familiar. Nitrome.
Games.
They've made Bomb Chicken.
Okay.
Silly Sausage in Meatland.
Fluffball. It's
Their 139th game is Endless Doves.
6.
How many?
They've made games for MTV Arcade. That's probably.
Wow, that's a lot of games.
Huh.
Like I've seen their logo before. Is it like?
Or maybe it's like a service.
No, they're a company that makes just a lot of like Flash games. Yeah, just download 123 of them. Wow. So obviously it's based off of some of their like shovel digging games and stuff, like where your goal is to like dig as low as you can.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's kind of closer to like a roguelike, like a flashy roguelike. But it looks cool. And it has a style that I look at and go, oh, it's 16-bit.
Yeah, I saw 16-bit. I'm like, okay, this is the sequel.
Oh, do you know what Jake Kaufman said about the music for this?
What?
He said, the soundtrack is a mixture of an NES, Super NES, and Genesis sound font to create, in his words, the ultimate retro game sound. Now, if anyone else said that, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But when Jake Kaufman says it, I will sell my soul to him to hear some tracks from it. Yeah, like the art style is a really great 16-bit-ish version of Shovel Knight. 2 new knights, Drill Knight and Spore Knight.
Okay.
Drill Knight is so cool looking. He's so cool. Yeah, it just looks like a... Oh, yeah.
Oh, you forgot about this.
There was the alternate costumes for when you scan in the amiibo. Those look like basically like going from like classic Mega Man characters to their Battle Network versions.
okay.
It's basically that where you just over designed them, and I love it. But yeah, no, it looks really cool.
Spornet looks like a toad.
I mean, he's based off of a mushroom. They're both based off of mushrooms.
Hello.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
There's no date yet, I don't think.
No, well, 2020. It will be playable at the thing that they're at right now. The one convention that's like coming up. I don't know.
I don't know either.
You Americans and all your conventions. Y'all
PAX
are
East,
crazy.
PAX West, Comic-Con,
Why you got so many?
Comic-Con New York, E3.
Shut up. It's time for the most important thing ever.
Oh my god.
The gameplay for Pirate Warriors 4. So, no. Listen. Okay.
But I don't care about One Piece.
No. But here's what I'm going to say. I want you to think about this, though, because it is evolving the Warriors format.
Okay, how?
What this brings could easily be brought forward into Hyrule Warriors 2. Now I've got your attention. You've hit the microphone. You were so excited. Listen. So, okay, what's a combo in Hyrule Warriors?
Like A-X? No.
Why are you using the Zelda style? Absolutely disgusting.
Because I play Hyrule Warriors more
Triangle,
than
triangle, X.
Sure.
Sorry, Y, X, right?
Sure, yeah.
Because like squares and triangles, right? Okay, so you do that combo, and you can like you can do like, okay, let's make it easy. Let's do light heavy, right? You can go like light heavy, light heavy, light heavy,
so on and
heavy,
so forth.
right?
Yeah.
And you can't do like heavy is like there's nothing that goes off of heavy, right? Pirate Warriors 3 lets you go heavy, light, heavy, light, heavy, light. Heavy also starts combos, so that's pretty cool, right? Pirate Warriors 4 takes the X button and turns it into a universal launcher. Meaning, your combos can now be heavy, light, launcher, light, heavy. Because when you do the launcher, you jump into the air and now have air combos. So every character not only has ground light strings and ground heavy strings, air light strings and air heavy strings.
Wow.
So now the actual amount of stuff you can do is so crazy. Also, super moves now are basically you hold I think it's R1, and a little thing at the side pops up, and now all your face buttons, every face button is a different super move.
That's cool.
You have 4. So like when you're thinking about what this like what it brings, it is pushing forward the genre. Also, the environments are destructible now.
Well, that's good.
So like you can if you do a strong enough attack, you'll break the walls of like forts, or you'll destroy pathways and stuff. So like it's pushing the actual like genre, which I'm really excited for.
Cool.
Because Dynasty Warriors 9, which was an open world game, pulled it back to be terrible again, because Dynasty Warriors started off as bad games, and then they became good when the spin-offs came, and then it got bad again. But now it's like, okay, we know what to do. Levels are back to normal. Let's crank up the gameplay. Oh my god, it looks so good. Also, all of German 66 is playable, Big Mom's playable, and everything looks awesome. I'm so excited.
Cool. PlayStation Plus games for September.
This is the worst yet.
No, it's not.
I think it might be.
Batman Arkham Knight?
Isn't that one the worst Arkham game?
It is, but it's not bad. It's not a bad game.
Is this the one where your Batmobile has a taser field, so that if you run over people, they safely get blasted? I hate that so much.
And the other game is Darksiders 3.
More like Darksiders P.
Apparently it's a good game.
Apparently it's not. Apparently it's actually the worst of the Darksiders games. Sorry, my vocal cords are not used to saying that franchise, and wanted to correct to a better one.
But yeah, like if you played Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and don't have access to Arkham Knight, now you do. I gotta get you playing it for one of the forked exchanges.
I actually have played, because I was one of the first games I got on Steam when I got a good PC, so I played a bit of Arkham Asylum. It was fine.
Arkham City's the best one though.
Is it? I've heard Arkham Asylum's the best.
City's the best one.
Okay, we'll see. Next up, Monster Ranch report gets details on how to get the Monsters from Music CDs on the Nintendo Switch. So you might be thinking, boy, this video game about scanning CDs in, it's getting a port to the Nintendo Switch. How are you going to do this? Well, they decided to do the weirdest choice possible. They said, oh, don't worry, we'll just create an online music compendium of every CD ever created with every artist from every country ever created, and you just browse for the CDs you own.
Really?
Yeah. So it's going to be so instead of just being like, oh, you press a button and we'll give you a random one, or it'll be like, oh, you just put in a code for like, and we'll give you a random one. We're going to make the world's largest compendium of music ever, and you search for the CDs that you want to import.
Kind of makes it less, it ruins the magic.
It does, but apparently there's going to be so many in there that you're still going to be discovering new ones like all the time, because we're talking about, this is going back to like the 80s for CDs till now. Like, that's kind of nuts. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it's still a PS1 game, so don't expect it to be too crazy, but still weird that that's their solution. There's many easier things they could have done.
Like what?
Well, like, put in a random seed number.
Oh, okay.
Like a seed number is just like an RNG, like starting point, right? So you put in 78543. And it'll be like, it'll take those numbers, add them up, multiply them by random numbers, blah, 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 and then give you a random one, right?
Okay.
So it could have done that, but no, they decided to create an online music compendium instead. Sure.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about the movies. So we're going to get into D23 stuff.
Okay.
We're going to separate it by the movies and the TV shows.
Okay.
So we're starting out. Spider-Man is no longer part of the MCU. It's been like talked about for a while now, but
yeah,
like, we haven't talked about it yet.
We haven't. But I guess I don't know. I don't have much to say other than I am sad, but at the same time, I'd rather Sony have exclusive than Disney, and I'll tell you why. The reason is simple. I don't want Disney to own everything.
That's fair.
And also because I want another Spider-Verse.
But like, what about
Disney would not be able to make a Spider-Verse.
No. But what about like that loose end at the end of Far From Home?
Yeah. No.
Like, what about the whole?
That sucks.
The whole thing with like Iron Man and like making Spider-Man like the front runner, like the face.
Oh no, I never imagined that.
Really?
Never. No. I always thought I thought that it was always a good way to bring closure to. What are you laughing at now?
Nothing.
I always thought it was a good way to bring closure to Iron Man, but I didn't see it as bringing him as the next main guy.
But like, what about Happy? Like,
okay,
he
yeah,
just forgets about Aunt May?
I absolutely think people are putting way too much significance on Happy. Like people are like, can you imagine an MCU without Happy anymore? And I'm like, yeah, I forget about him all the time.
Really?
He's such a minor character to me. Wong is a bigger character in my eyes.
No.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Happy might be the most...
He was like a main character in Iron Man 3.
I mean, he was, but he's not that... I feel like people are exaggerating.
He was in...
Okay.
He was in He was probably in the Endgame battle there.
I am disappointed by this, but at the end of the day, it's something that was going to happen, you know? It's a character torn between two worlds.
I thought they were eventually just going to do like the trilogy and then be done. Like, does he be like one more movie, just so we can wrap stuff up? But I don't know. Well, the whole thing was like because Disney
wants like half of the merchandising profits.
No, they have half of the movie rights, while they were also making 100% of the merchandising.
Okay.
And Sony's like, no.
To be fair, does Disney need as much money?
No, they don't.
No. So
I'm torn too.
There's fault on both sides, and then there's a whole thing about how in the argument, then the daughter of Stanley was like, they're both terrible because they both treated my father terribly, and you're like, They're like, and so you're like, oh, so I'm watching like a 3-way divorce right now.
Did you see what the reaction from Jeff Goldblum was?
No.
He's like, oh, that's terrible.
He's shit posting. That's all he does. That's his life now. So disappointing, but at the same time,
I'm happy it happened at least.
Yeah.
But I'm disappointed that it couldn't have went farther.
Yeah. It sucks. It does.
So this means Kraven's not in Black Panther 2?
Nope, it's not. Well, does that mean the villains go with him? Because Kraven's not always been a Spider-Man villain. Like he's gone to other ones. I don't know. I don't know how it works. The whole rights thing is wild.
I was so excited to see like the Sinister Six stuff cannot be adapted. Like they almost did it with Amazing Spider-Man series. Nope, can that. And now it's like it was building.
Okay,
here.
the people saying that they're going to make Amazing Spider-Man 3 now are actually insane. That's not happening.
Absolutely not. If anything, we're just going to see Tom Holland in Venom 2.
That guy might happen, yeah.
Which means you have to watch Venom 1 now.
Nah.
You're going to watch it one of these days.
Go ahead with the next story.
Black Panther 2 is confirmed for May 6th, 2022.
Awesome.
So that's coming out.
Okay.
Kit Harington is playing Black Knight in the Eternals.
I talked with a coworker about the Eternals today.
Oh, yeah?
And you know what we both said?
What?
We've heard the name, but we literally have no idea who any of the characters are.
Oh, yeah. Well, Disney knows that, too.
And he was actually telling me, he's like, the Marvel bubble is bursting. He said...
What does that even mean?
What he said was, okay, they've milked dry every well-known superhero, and now they're going to the spin-offs, like the weird ones. He said, like, Guardians you got by fine, but he said, imagine in, like, where will we be in 3 to 4 years? Like,
these superheroes will be the new norm. Like, Disney has that power to set in, like...
Dude, I don't think so.
I think they do. I think they do.
I don't see the Eternals becoming the next Guardians of the Galaxy. Like getting the dentist ad that says I am Tooth on it. Like you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. But like...
I can't see the Eternals becoming that. I think they got lucky with Guardians, and I think at this point we're really stretching it thin.
I think Phase 4 is just like an in-between phase.
We'll see.
And then Phase 5 will have the big bad. They'll have the X-Men integrated. They'll have Galactus. They'll have Doctor Doom. I'm waiting for Doctor Doom.
That'll be a good one.
And then finally, the Black Widow will have a white suit from the comics in the movie. What?
I don't know. Am I marveled out? I feel like I might be.
I'm not.
I feel like
I'm ready for more. Like
I feel nothing for the Black Widow movie.
You don't want to know what's happening in Budapest.
I literally could not care.
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster might make me watch it, but it's like I don't know. I feel like it's only downhill from here.
I could see that, but you got to be optimistic.
I know. I'm also not a fan of movies, so like I like movies, but I don't love them. So
okay, so back to you.
Okay, Death Stranding. A lot of pee. A lot of Jeff Keighley, but mostly peeing on the same spot with 4 friends to reveal a secret mushroom.
What the fuck?
It's
when you say it like that, it's just like what?
This game on it. Okay, so
what do you think of the game?
Okay, so remember when I said I don't care about Death Stranding until we see the gameplay, and now I've seen the gameplay and it's weird. I'm like, yeah, man.
It's like the weird. In Metal Gear Solid 5, there's weird moments. And this is just all those weird moments.
So it is like if you gave a guy who loves. No, I'm not going there.
Okay.
But you get a guy who loves America and Western media,
okay.
and he wants to make things realistic, but he's still deep down a weeb, a weird Japanese like anime loving weirdo, right? Like remember, Kojima made tons of anime games Police Knots, Snatcher, Boktai, those are all anime games, right? So when you see like this property that looks photorealistic and it's Guillermo del Toro is there, but then you have stuff like I have an invisible baby that I have to breastfeed all the time. Boy, these suckers are so sore, and she's massaging them on
she
camera.
did that?
You didn't see that?
I didn't watch that trailer.
Oh man, she's just rubbing them and like, oh, they're so sore. They're so sore, Norman Reedus. I'm emitting milk always.
Oh my god.
And it's like you're watching and you're like, this is what happens if we gave anime script writers Hollywood actors. Like, it's so weird. And I'm really happy for that because one of the things that I didn't like about Metal Gear Solid 5 too much is it really went to this kind of... It went too Western serious, right? The tone was like... It was like the stuff with like the Flaming Man and that, like it got a little interesting, but at the same time it was no different from a Call of Duty campaign, right? There was it had
Really?
it had a serious tone. Oh yeah.
The game's Metal Gear Solid 4 had a serious tone.
Dude, Metal Gear Solid 4, if you shook the controller, the girl's boobs jiggled. Dude, if you took out the camera, if you took out the camera in the boss fights against the scantily clad monster girl waifus, they will pose for you and make moaning sounds.
Be more specific when you say serious, then. What do you mean Metal Gear Solid 5's thing was more serious?
There's like the story is... There's no jokey moments at all, period. It's all serious. 2, aside from...
What about hamburgers? You remember the hamburgers?
No.
Code Talker? Being like, oh, I want some hamburgers.
Yeah, that was like, that was one tiny moment.
Okay.
But like, even like the most kind of funny, weird sort of Kojima-y stuff was the PT gun in the final game?
The PT gun. What's
the gun that shoots the ghost from PT?
I don't know if that was like a mod or something.
I think that was in the beta, but then when PT got delisted, they got rid of it. But like,
I'd say the Skulls unit is kind of like wacky.
No, I viewed the Skulls unit as hyper serious and unfunny.
Okay.
Like there was no, like, it's the tone, right? But what I'm just trying to say is
CQC and like all your guards at Mother Base.
There was a touch. Okay, listen. What I'm just trying to say is, but okay, I'm not saying Metal Gear Solid 5 was entirely serious, but it was going that direction, right? It was going toward that style of Western Army seriousness.
So what are you getting at with Death Stranding?
What I'm saying is Death Stranding is going the opposite direction and being Japanese weirdness in
with Jeff Keighley doing that?
Yeah, like just weirdness, but in a story that's serious, right?
Yeah, okay.
Because
I see what you're talking about.
If it was a deep psychological sort of thing where it had its premise but had no fun with it, I wouldn't enjoy it, right? It'd be at most a interesting sort of thing. But the fact that you have this terrifying world of invisible hands and stuff, and then you have a pee meter that you can pee on certain things to unlock special secrets, and you have Jeff Keighley being like, dude, I think we're connected or something.
Okay, I get it.
And you have Jeff Keighley as a apocalyptic weeaboo, because if you read the item you're delivering to him, it literally says that they are Ludin's Figmas.
Huh.
Like, come on, dude. Like, it is. I'm really enjoying the fact that it's that. What if Hollywood had an anime scriptwriter? I like that.
So you're saying you're looking forward to?
I am now on board. Now that it is not a hyper serious walking simulator, it is a game with weird, wacky Kojima-esque gameplay. Right?
I still do want to see like more gameplay with the BTs.
Here's the thing, though.
I want to see the more serious gameplay, the core.
No, but okay,
stuff.
that's where I'm getting. I don't think there is much of that. I think the majority of the game is,
you
need to get up this mountain. How are you going to get there? I think you're going to shoot guns very, 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 very not often. I think you're going to...
What about from the last trailer with people attacking you?
So I think you're going to need to run away and stealth out of there, but I think we are getting a game that is way less gun focused.
Okay.
I think we're getting a game that is more based on you got to survive or get out of things creatively, right? Like I
that's like the best part of Metal Gear Solid 5.
How
just
you,
getting out of situations.
Or like the fact where it's like, well, how are you supposed to beat Quiet without killing her to get her on your team? You drop boxes on her head, right?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that where it's
Okay.
like creative non-lethal ways of getting through the game. I think using guns is going to be actively detrimental. I think it's going to be all about using many tools to creatively solve problems. And that's what I'm excited for.
Like how are you going to get through this part without alerting the BTs?
Yeah, exactly, right? Like what items do you have at your disposal? What sort of things can you construct? Think about Breath of the Wild ways of like how can you approach the situation? What tools do you have? How can you use the world to help you?
It's like, could I like climb up this tree and like go across the tree?
Exactly, right? That's like can I take a ladder and do it like extend it out vertically to create a platform to walk over them?
Yeah.
Like what can I do, right? So that's what I'm more looking forward to.
Yeah. But yeah, it's still my most anticipated game of the year.
I went from this is weird and I don't care to no, actually, now that I see the tone, I'm happy and I'm excited for it.
There's some people who are like, "Wow, I absolutely hate this. I'm not going to buy it anymore."
Those people are stupid. Simple as that.
All right, so back to D23 news. MCU Disney Plus stuff. WandaVision.
You missed some.
Oh, yeah, I completely missed like the big ones. The new Disney Plus shows. So we got She-Hulk.
She better be freaking ripped.
We got Moon Knight.
He better be freaking insane.
We got Miss Marvel.
She better be freaking cute.
So how do you feel about these announcements?
I'm so excited to pirate all these shows.
You're not going to get Disney Plus?
No.
Dude, I'm going to get it.
Does Disney need my money?
How are you going to pirate these shows?
Oh my god, if there's one service that is going to have everything ripped online, it is Disney Plus.
I guess. So maybe I'll look and like,
It's for me, it's the fact that like there is so many services out now that I'm already paying for.
Okay.
I don't want to pay for another.
That's fair.
At the same time, we're in Canada. So the subscription that's like, hey, if you get Disney Plus, you also get ESPN and Hulu. It's like, thanks for jacking up the price for stuff we can't use. Right? Like, it's so I'm like, no, I don't.
Okay.
I'm not going to pay $15 a month. That's the price.
Is it 15?
In Canada.
I thought it was like $9.
It's 13 for America, which is about 15 for Canada.
That's the package deal, though.
That's the only deal. There's no way to get it on its own.
Really?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
But we don't even have like the
exactly, right?
Hulu stuff.
Stupid, right?
Are you sure?
Yep.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's what I've been told.
From who?
The internet.
You don't trust the internet, Tyler.
I do. I don't know. I will see, but at the same time, it's...
Why are you playing with scissors?
Because I do.
You know it's dangerous.
These are like...
Cut yourself.
These are the least sharp... These are...
He cuts himself.
They're barely anything. Like, they're whatever.
Right, anyways, WandaVision news. Kat Dennings is back as Darcy Lewis.
Yes.
From Thor. Randall Park, back from Ant-Man and the Wasp, as Agent Jimmy Woo.
Yep.
Catherine Han as a nosy neighbor.
So
she's going to have a...
think people are saying that this is an alternate universe. This is a Doctor Strange into the multiverse alternate universe.
Oh, and that Doctor Strange is going to go into that universe in the movie.
Yes, that's what people are thinking.
Interesting. Because there's how else are they going to get Vision back,
yep.
You know?
And speaking of...
What if footage shows zombified Captain America?
Yep.
Captain Carter in costume.
Yep.
Steve Rogers in mech armor.
Yep.
A little like the Hulkbuster suit.
Yeah, so it's,
yeah. And with Peggy riding on its back.
So what you're saying is that Steve is Banjo and Peggy's Kazooie.
Pretty much.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and that's animated. So yeah. I will be very excitedly looking at many websites to try and find those episodes.
And that's it for the MCU D23 stuff.
Okay, so you put this one on here, and I think this is a stretch. People are taking a promotional render of Mario.
But it's a new render. Why would they make that render?
Dude, they make those for calendars all the time in Japan. half the outfits in Mario Odyssey, like, you know, it's like his samurai outfit was for a calendar. The racing outfit for an advertisement. Like, they make promotional Mario renders all the time. People,
What about the seeds on his cheek? That's 2 seeds, meaning Super Mario Sunshine 2.
oh my god,
That's what people say.
Oh my god, gamers, stop. Like, I love Mario Sunshine. We're not getting a sequel to it.
Well, with the direct coming up soon, and the tease.
What tease?
Why would they put that at the end of the summer?
Because it's the end of the summer.
Why would they say, "Hey, hope you're having a good summer"? Not like the fact that it ends.
Because they wanted to share cute art that they made for the promotional calendar that will be Japan exclusive, I'm sure.
We're gonna talk. Sunshine 2 is gonna get announced, and you're gonna eat your words.
I'll be happy to eat my words, but it's not happening. When have they ever gone back and made a sequel to an old style Mario game? Odyssey is not that.
Sequel to 64.
Odyssey is a sequel to Banjo Kazooie, my dude.
Shut up.
It is.
Anyways,
Star Wars.
the Mandalorian trailer. I didn't watch this.
I lied to my teacher friend who said, "Yo, did you watch the Mandalorian trailer?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was so cool." I didn't.
Apparently, it looks good.
Apparently, it looks good.
On the episode 9 trailer, and I made this these notes.
Yeah, but the trailer's come out now.
The trailer came out now. Yeah.
I've not watched. Nope.
No. Have you at least seen Rey with the dark?
Nope.
Rey?
I haven't.
Do you not care?
Nope.
It's the end. You might as well just strap in.
I will watch it. Probably not in theaters though. I think I'll wait till it comes out on video on demand.
It's it's going to be the cinematic event of a generation.
But do I want to be
end of something?
Do I want to be in the theater surrounded by people who are very clearly just going to be like you're going to hear them in the theater being like, "What a Mary Sue. Ew, gross, there's a woman on the screen."
I don't think that's going to happen.
I absolutely think that's going to happen.
No.
Star Wars fans have become like the worst fans in my eyes. Like, honestly, they're so annoying now.
Okay.
They're it's like, I've never been one to say like a fan base would ruin a show or something, but this one actually has.
I'd say so too.
Like, they have actively pushed me out of it. Like, it's just
Okay. Fair enough.
Hey, let's talk about something dope. JoJo is getting 2 new Rohan Kishibe OVAs, and you wrote them wrong, so I fixed the titles.
Well, I saw admittedly,
so they're all called Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan.
Okay.
Like, that's the series name.
Oh, okay.
And the 2 that they are making, which is in addition to the 2 that were previously available, are episode 16, At a Confessional, and episode 9, The Run. So they publish out of order.
Oh, okay.
They're
so these are kind of like anthology stuff?
Yes, very much. It's very much just like Rohan goes to a place and does a thing.
Where can I watch the other 2?
They're actually just adding them to Crunchyroll now.
I looked up and it didn't.
They're just adding them. They're not up yet.
Oh.
They're adding them. Oh. They will be adding them.
Okay.
They were originally released in the way that is the most Japanese way ever, which is you buy every Blu-ray for part 4, you send in the serial codes that come with them, and then they mail you the Blu-ray disc for it. Yeah, that's
at
very
least you get
Japanese.
It for
free. Well, yeah, kind of. People have watched them. They have an art style closer to part 8. They do not look like part 4. They look like part 8, which has its ups and its downs. Rohan looks good. Koichi and Okuyasu look bad. I'm just going to show you.
Okay.
Thus spoke Rohan Koichi. There he is. Look at this art style.
Ooh.
So I think Rohan looks cool. Rohan looks cool. Koichi and Okuyasu don't. They look.
It's their eyes.
They look bad. Mind you, in motion, it's much better.
Okay.
But it's, yeah.
Koichi looks like a baby.
He looks very strange. That's just that's the part 8 art style.
Rohan looks awesome.
Yeah, Rohan looks so good though, right? Yeah. But then again, he's the main character of it, which is, yeah. But no, he looks really good. Whereas whereas they don't.
Okay.
Yeah, but then those two are two more anthologies there, which is, hey, cool. Will we get the Purple Haze feedback? It could happen.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Is this book, Rohan, like, is it that book, that hardcover book that you can get?
No. They release in Japan every now and then, like as just a one-off manga, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Like, and they're still ongoing. Like they'll just keep, the new one will just come out randomly. But like, yeah, new Rohan chapter's out, and people are like, oh, cool.
Interesting.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna just do the last two stories.
Okay.
The Matrix 4 is happening with Keanu and the original directors.
Well, one of the original directors. One of the Wachowskis there.
I'm
excited to see what
everyone
this is
is, but I'm not. I'm cautiously optimistic.
I think it's because it's the fact that it's the original director, and Keanu's there.
But wasn't the originals on the 2 and 3 as well? And those sucked.
I don't know if they actually were. Well, okay, no. Okay. The stories for 2 and 3 get a little whack because it explains the mysteries of the Matrix. Don't do that. But the actual action and the stuff that happens in them is dope. Okay. So even if the story's bad and it's just more dope action, I'm down for that.
I'm down to see more Keanu too.
Yeah. And he I feel like nowadays he would take that role to the next level.
Oh yeah.
Do you want Neo with a beard?
I'd be down.
Maybe
not, because like
I feel like he has to be clean cut.
It'd be like John Wick Neo. Almost.
I feel like he has to be clean cut.
He looked too much like John Wick.
I feel like he has to be clean.
But have you seen him clean cut? He looks like Severus Snape.
Yeah, but remember, Hollywood, they'll make him look like Neo, right?
Okay.
And remember, he'll have the black sunglasses on. And look really really cool.
So
I'm excited to see what happens. Yeah.
And then Breaking Bad movie is coming out October 11th.
Yes.
I'm so excited for this.
Is it a sequel?
It takes place after the series.
Okay.
With Jesse Pinkman.
I'm very excited to see Walter White again. No, I know.
Maybe.
Don't worry, I know. I feel like that's an everyone knows sort of thing.
Well, they released a teaser for it too, and it was one of the junkie friends. They were like, "I'm never telling you where Jesse is."
Oh yeah.
To put him back in a cage.
He's
well, because he was a neo-Nazi servant.
What?
Dude, at the end of Breaking Bad, it gets screwed up. Like, neo-Nazis get involved.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, it predicted modern day America.
Stop making me laugh. But yeah, it's called El Camino, and it's coming out October 11th, and has like it has an okay poster. Have you seen it?
No.
It's kind of like, it's all black, but like the top left corner has like the car that Jesse drives off at the end of the movie or the TV show with like dust behind him, and it's like, yeah, it's okay. Okay. But yeah, I'm excited for it to see what happens. I hope it doesn't ruin the show itself, or like the ending. Okay. Because the ending's like really like.
What if it like sets up like a sequel hook?
I don't want like zombie Walter White.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Like meth zombie Walter White. He just comes back to life.
No, what if like Jesse goes back in time and like gets a version of Walter White before he Walter Whited, and then like he's like, and now he's, or what if
before he Walter Whited? You mean Heisenberg?
Whatever. What if he like gets baby Walter White and like raises him as like his son to be the ultimate meth dealer from birth?
No. I think I'm just worried that'll ruin the characters.
What if Jesse gets a stand?
I'd be down.
Right?
It's like a meth stand.
Right?
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
And finally, last story.
Holy crap, Berserk got a new chapter.
How long has it been?
Well, it's not okay, so it's not that it's been a couple months, but here's why it's crazy. It released a chapter on an anniversary for the thing that happens to Casca at the eclipse.
Oh, okay.
And people were like, well, that's an awful date you picked. 21 years past that certain thing. Are you sure you wanted to release it now? And you read the chapter and you finally have one aspect of closure.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
That's a big thing.
It is. So I would say Berserk is now entering its final act.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely. Because one of the big goals was finally met. And it's like, okay, so here's the thing. They worked up for it for like 2 years. And then for like the last 5 chapters, they cut away to politics. And people were like, and like literally, they're like, they had said like, oh, we did it. We did the thing that we needed to do. And it's like, and you see it start to happen. And then 5 chapters of politics. And people were like, there are people literally dying in the world waiting for this thing to happen in Berserk. It's been 20 years, right? And finally it happens. And for, I think it's like, okay, let's just say it's 23 pages, right? 20 pages of, oh my God, I feel relief and happiness. Page 21, oh no. Page 22, no, please don't do this to me. Page 23, yep, there it is. There's that Berserk despair. Thank you for that. I guess my joy was not allowed to exist in this world. Not irreversible, but like you're just like, oh, that's a big obstacle, and now we're going to be not very good for a bit. Oh, no. So it was like something was still accomplished, though. A major goal.
That's good.
And it's like, and now we're finally seeing, like we're finally starting to see the finish line. And then Miura announced he's making a new manga.
Oh no.
Which people are taking as like, oh, that's it. Berserk's done. But no, he does that every now and then. He'll do a couple chapters of like one-shot stuff just to kind of refresh and break out of it. And plus he's already said, well, I already did a bunch and they're just going to be releasing for a bit. And then, and that time be doing something else. So I think in the next 3 years, which sounds like a long time, but for Berserk, that's like, could be, I don't know.
A couple minutes?
Well, no, I'm talking about like, that could be like 20 chapters,
oh, okay.
Like at most, right?
Huh.
I could see it ending in that.
Okay.
Because there's only one thing left to do. And you probably know what that one thing is.
Okay.
It involves killing a certain person.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
So it was something to read. Like it revitalized the subreddit from dead to like top of the anime chart subreddits. Like it was big, right? So yeah.
Cool. All right. So break time.
Break time. Yes. Yeah, we got time. Okay, sounds good. I was just gonna look at it because like I do have work tomorrow, and I was like, oh, what's the time? But no, we'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just try to not take more than an hour and a half for the ending, and we should be good. So we'll see you guys in just a second. We're gonna take our break, enjoy some music, and then we'll be back for our foreign exchange and our border battle and the questions and spoiler talk.
Yes.
Yes. See you then.
Bye. welcome back. I hope we play Minecraft music.
It's about family.
Oh, okay. It's like, oh yeah, okay.
So, we are here with our foreign exchange, and just as a heads up, we've actually decided not to do the border battle this week, just because we are running a bit low on time, and I think out of all the sections, that's the one we can cut with the least amount of people being too mad, and that's fine. So, foreign exchange though, what did we exchange this last week, Adrian?
Exchanged Gurren Laggan for me, and Fast and Furious 4 to 7 for you.
Yes. So, I think I actually started watching these first.
I think so too.
So I will go first.
Okay.
So, the Fast and the Furious movies 4 to 7. So to begin with, context, I have not seen 1 to 3. And I did see 8 because you dragged me to it in theaters. And I remember coming out of it going, wow, this is certainly not what I expected it to be. I remember thinking it would just be vroom vroom, I like cars, and it ended up being ridiculous car shenanigans. I still think the scene of I've hacked every car and they're flying out of the parkade from from the Fast and the Furious is one of the dopest things ever for the sheer carnage, pardon the pun, of just like all these cars going nuts, right? Mm-hmm. I love that. So, going into watch Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, yes.
That's the 4th one. I was initially like, boy, they expect you to know these characters. Boy, they... like every future film, they set up pretty well. They're like, okay, we need to remind the audience. But for this one, they're like, no, we're just going to throw you into it.
It was kind of like a transition between like the car-y stuff and the more like action.
I will say it started off... Actually, I wrote notes for Fast and Furious specifically. Okay. And then after that, I wasn't able to because my phone was always dead.
Yeah.
But I do have some specific notes, okay?
Okay.
So I will write these here. Fast notes. Okay. So the fuel sealing scene at the start, hijacking the tanks off the tanker.
Under the truck.
That's cool. I like that a lot. And then I heard Pitbull. And I have not heard Pitbull music for a long time. Okay, some of these I need to try and remember why I wrote them. Only in America could you just run into a Oh, right, because at one point he just runs up to a stranger and takes his gun. And it's like, yeah, only in America could you like touch a stranger and be like, yep, got a gun. One of those local only things.
We wrote a lot.
I did write, well, I just wrote all my thoughts, and some of it's like, dang, Letty just died, huh? But I had no idea who she was during, like, I didn't know who she was at this time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the smug office worker guy. The one who...
I'm going to be honest, it's been...
Okay.
I don't know only the main cast.
The one who gets his nose broken all the time. He, like, in I think, 7, he helps white guy get out of jail.
Is it the cool black guy?
No. This is the Fast and Furious forecast. This one actor though looked so familiar that I was screaming. Like, I'm like, I've seen him in stuff and I don't know who. Okay. I'll remember his Stasiak. Do you remember Stasiak?
No.
You'll remember when you see his face, because he has a very familiar face. Okay. Maybe
Fast and
not.
Furious.
Okay, I need to actually type in Fast and Furious. This
dude.
Him.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
Something about his face, I'm like, I've seen
He's in everything.
I've seen you, and I don't know where.
Because he was in Agent Carter.
Was he?
Yeah.
Shea Wigham.
He's one of those actors that you see in everything, but you don't know his name.
He's in the Joker, baby. What else is he in? I'm looking for anything here that I've actually watched. Okay, he was in Agent
Kong.
Carter, yeah.
Kong Skull
I
Island.
haven't seen Kong. Fast 6.
But he's one of those actors you just see everywhere.
Yeah, but I'm like, that, and he drove me nuts. I couldn't look at him on the screen because it actually bothered me with how much I knew him. Vin Diesel just has a car sense. He can just detect them.
Do you realize how like more and more superpowered these characters
Absolutely. I mean, as of Fast Forward, this is a universe where cars denote social standing.
get?
At one point, they say the words nitro meth, and I said that's a turbo drug. I don't eat burgers over classified documents, dude. You'll get ketchup on the evidence. I literally have no, like, that guy just got me mad because I was thinking about, like, if you had important documents, why would you be eating a burger over them?
Yeah.
Stop that, you're a government agent. Okay, so I said dropping the engine block on the mechanic was anime. So at one point where it's like, there's the one mechanic dude that Vin Diesel, and that's his name, by the way. His name is Vin Diesel. I will not accept any... No, his name is Vin Diesel. This movie stars The Rock and Vin Diesel. 100%. But there's one point where it's like he like grabs him and there's like a chain holding up an engine block, like shoves him on and then like drops it and then grabs it again and it stops. I'm like, that was pretty anime. But we will get to the peak anime later. At one point, I said Braga sounds like a racial slur. Where it's like, I'm gonna kill this Braga, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. Ooh. Okay, so Vin Diesel holding a man out of a window with one hand, slightly unbelievable.
Oh, you have no idea. You had no idea at the time.
I didn't know. Let's see. Okay, at one point...
Cut to The Rock holding a helicopter down with both hands.
Yeah. But at one point, what's the name of the main cop guy in 4? Who's like the guy who passed away?
Oh, like his...
Both. Like, give me both.
Paul Walker.
Okay, Paul Walker. Let's just call him by the actor name.
Okay.
Paul Walker, he's like, they're like, we're going to give you a car for this mission. And he's like, well, I want all 3. And I'm like, do you honestly think the police has enough money for 3 import cars? That would never get approved. Car customizing is cool when they're putting them together. But I said, I want like chainsaws and stuff. Little did I know that this pretty much ended up happening later. So I said something about Spanish rap makes me feel mad nostalgic. And I don't know why. And then afterwards I wrote Need for Speed Underground.
Probably.
I think that's what it is.
Those like retro arcade car games.
Yeah, right. And then I said some of these rival drivers look way too soft when they're trying to do the race to get in. They didn't have built-in GPSs, and they handed them GPS units, right? And I'm like, oh, that's so wild. And then there was a digital flag girl who was like holographed onto their dashes, and I'm like, that's ridiculous for Fast 4.
I don't remember like this movie going this wild.
Oh yeah. Let's see what else is there. Okay, so this bothered me a lot. There's a scene where Paul Walker is racing and the GPS, he keeps missing his turns because of the traffic. And every time on the screen of the GPS, it said recalculating, but the voice would say rerouting.
That bothered you?
Because it happens like 20 times. Like it flashes to it and says recalculating, and then you hear the rerouting. And I'm like, it says right there which one to say. I got the line, really, Vinny? You still a buster? Dwight likes feet. There's the feet scene.
Oh, yeah.
That was
hilarious.
Unprecedented.
I did not remember that at all.
He just wrote...
20% angel.
No, above.
Oh, Vinny D wants to fuck a car.
He does. He really likes him. And then there was one point where he's like, "You're the type of girl that I like. 20% angel, 80% devil." And I'm like, oh. The villain looks like an evil Vin Diesel, which happens multiple times. And then so at one point they put a stealth tracker in the vehicle, but it makes noise. So what's the point?
Beep, beep, beep.
Right? And then one of them has like a Soviet tattoo on their head, and it says a little on point. Boy, Vinny D, you sure know how to boy, Vinny D. I always wrote Vinny D because Diesel is a tough word to spell, so I would always write Vinny D. Boy, Vinny D, you sure know exactly how long it will take for all the cars to explode simultaneously. Okay, and then...
Vinny D, this is a Catholic house. You say grace, so I will kill you.
Like, okay, and I'm just gonna say, oh yeah, and then my movie started skipping around a certain part.
It is an old
It's an
Blu-ray,
old one,
yeah.
and I just skipped past. I'm like, I didn't lose anything. Okay, so one thing that I noticed, and that's like the last like set of notes I wrote for all, and then the rest I just watched, and kind of maybe fell asleep through certain parts, but we'll talk about that.
In these movies?
I'll tell you why. So I noticed very quickly there is a very strange religious aspect to them.
There is.
It's so as someone who myself is Catholic and goes to church and stuff, even I was like, is this like the Christian Rock of movies?
Oh my god, that's like...
Is this like, yeah, anyone can enjoy it, but it's like,
I think
when you really look at it, you're like, oh, this is kind of just, because
It's more like just centered around family though.
it is, but the way it's filmed and the way they're like, the way
definitely know what you're talking about.
grace is brought up.
Yeah.
And there's like scenes where there's just like crosses in the background everywhere. And I'm just like, is this secretly
Because like at the end of almost every movie, they're around a table having fun.
but
and
no,
they
but
say
like you
grace.
go into anyone's house and there's crosses everywhere.
Huh.
Like everywhere, right?
I don't really look for that.
Oh well, I mean, I've took film study classes, and it's like it's very, and I'm like, huh. So just something to think
Interesting.
about.
So what do you think of the fourth one?
So
Like overall?
it was okay. You really hyped it up as something that was like not indicative of what to come, but like it was good. I really enjoyed it. So, but here's the thing: from here on out, these movies followed a very specific trend for me. Very exciting beginning. And then a bit of plot, and it's like, okay. Oh, cool scene, cool. Okay, and now we're back to talking and drama, and oh no, I'm falling asleep. Oh jeez, oh god. And then I wake up, and it's, we're back to the cool car action. So honestly, I really had a tough time caring about some of the drama between the car action stuff.
Okay.
There's parts where it just goes on too long, right? And some jokes that just aren't funny at times, right?
Okay, but like there's a joke, I think it's in the fifth one, where it's when he breaks The Rock breaks out of jail. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I've been waiting years for this. And then The Rock's like, keep waiting. And then he like knocks him out.
Yeah, that was good, yeah.
I love that.
I will say, all of the Blu-rays have the exact same menu.
Yeah, those like that company.
But then here's the thing. When I put in the fourth one, I'm like, the fifth one, I'm like, this looks very similar. I hope I put in the right one. And I put in the sixth one, and I'm like, this looks exactly the same to the last one. I sure hope it's the right one. And then finally, even I put in 7, and I'm looking, and I'm even watching the footage in the background, and I'm like, have I seen this? I don't know, because they don't have the logo on it.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I hit play, and I'm like, okay, we're good. But the most ridiculous anime scene, though, dual wielding pipes.
That's what people say is like the peak anime of the series.
That was Naruto.
And they jump at each other.
It's
like a JoJo battle.
It's so ridiculous. I loved that scene.
And then like a crumbled down and they on the chains and all that.
It's so ridiculous.
What about the heist at the end of 5? I love that scene.
Oh, it's that whole thing was really good. The heist aspect of 5.
Which one was
really
your
good.
favorite out of the 4?
Probably 5.
5, yeah.
I think 5.
People
I think
say
5.
the
Yeah,
best one.
because the whole getting the team together stuff was good. Oh, can I just say the way that this series treats women is very weird and eclectic because you have like the main cast where you're like, yeah, they're good, they're strong, yeah, and then you see in the background of every other scene, and they're like, I could just imagine Vin Diesel going, okay, how tight can we get those pants on her? Like,
my God.
how tight can those bikini bottoms be? I want her to make it look like she's not wearing anything and make sure they jiggle while she walks, right? And it's like all the party scenes. There's like one where there's just like girls making out with other girls everywhere. That's in 4. And you're just like,
Huh.
bit weird for a movie with a very heavy Christian aspect, but okay.
I think it was just in the 6th one, the endless runway.
Oh
The
yeah.
airport, and they're just on the runway for like half an hour.
So, in general, like I'm gonna be very honest. It felt less like 4 separate movies and more like seasons of a TV show
Okay.
because they really blend into each other. Like, I would argue none of them have they have separate identities, but not enough that I would say that they're standalone films, right?
Okay.
Like, you need to kind of watch them together to get the. Like, when I came in at 4, I felt confused for a long time, right? Because they're just like, yeah, you should know the relationship between Dom and Letty, and I'm like, I don't know, right?
Oh, I didn't want to make you watch 7 movies.
No, for sure. I don't know. It's interesting, and I will say, looking at the scene at the end of 7,
Now, how did you feel about that? You feel it was tasteful?
I thought it was extremely tasteful.
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried about it because I'm like, oh man, I don't know how cheesy is going to be watching it, but no, I thought it was really well done. I will say though, then looking at the footage of 1, 2, and 3 that they show there, and seeing like this old footage, you're like, oh, that's what it looked like, huh?
Yeah.
Oh boy. But no, they were good. They were good films. I will say, they are really good background stuff.
Yeah.
They're great.
If they come on TV, I'm like,
they're great stuff to put on TV and then go clean the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, still within view. And then you can stop every now and again and go, yeah, that's cool stuff.
Quality schlock.
Yes, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're fun movies.
Yeah, they are.
Driving through the skyscrapers.
Like, I hate cars. I think cars are stupid. I think, like, I've never been interested in them, ever. But this made me go, yeah, there's some cool stuff. And I enjoyed it.
Cool.
All right.
So Gurren Laggan. I watched 15 episodes of this.
And I actually went and watched the movie that summarizes the 15 episodes into 2 hours.
Okay, cool.
Actually, a little bit less. I think it goes up to like episode like 13 or something, but still.
So, I don't think I like mech shows.
Really?
Like, when the mech battle started, I'm like, okay. Sure. Like, this isn't the stuff... Like, when, we're going to full spoilers here, when, I keep forgetting his name.
Okay, who?
The dude, the guy.
Kamina,
when he died, and there was this whole, like, when, Simone was, like, destroyed, and he went through that emotion turmoil. I'm like, okay, I'm interested in this.
Okay.
And, like, when, what's her name?
Yoko
is, like, destroyed too. Like, she goes into this, like, depressive state.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do now? Like, I really enjoyed that kind of, like, character drama and, like, how do they deal with this?
Yeah.
And, like, losing, like, someone so, like, they looked up to and, like, for guidance and all that. Now that's gone, and now they got to figure stuff out for themselves.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that, but then it went back into this, like, super hype mech stuff. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I get why people enjoy this, but it's just, it feels like filler.
Really?
To me.
Okay.
And like with the stuff out of the stuff and meeting that new group of people and like what they're like, I find it interesting that they idolize one of the Gurren Laggans as a god.
Yeah.
And like how they live around that. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then they go into this like the mech stuff with the drills and all that. It's really cool. Like at the end when like he like has the courage finally like stand up for himself and like just drives the drill through the bad guy.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that ties in with like his whole arc, which I was really invested in. So I don't like the mech stuff. I don't think. Do the words okay, so like for me personally, the words Giga Drill Breaker fill me with such a joy. See, it doesn't for me.
Oh, see, so for me, I like just the there's something about Gurren Laggan's mechs and how they move and how like the action is and the drill stuff that just for me, it made me love giant robots. For me, that made me go, giant robots are the coolest thing. And how the robots keep getting bigger, right?
The giant one, the fortress.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a gun? No, it was like a submarine.
Yeah, it was a battleship pretty
Battleship,
much. Yeah.
yeah. That was cool.
So we should note that you only watched the first half of the show.
Yeah.
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 So, okay, let's just keep going. What about Nia? What do you feel about Nia?
Who's that again?
The blonde girl that they got rescued after Kamina's death. The blonde girl with the blue curls.
Oh, her, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, like, near the end of the show, I was kind of like losing interest a bit.
Okay.
But like, she was very anime. She definitely like added a lot of like that.
Okay.
Well, like her design was really different.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean.
So, but I guess like because I watched the compilation movie, which actually just reuses the animation from the show, but like re-edits it. But like, I really loved watching and seeing how after Kamina dies, the show loses color. It loses color. It's gone. The color is so muted. There's no color until Simone opens the chest and the light from her literally fills him up.
I didn't notice that.
So like for me, I look at that and I'm like, and it plays with color quite a bit with like when he's still sad, she'll walk in and be a beam of light to him.
Okay.
So like for me, I love that stuff and rewatching it and seeing all that stuff. I mean, this is by the same studio that made Evangelion, that later broke off to become the studio that made Kill la Kill.
Okay.
So you might see a little bit of Kill la Kill's kind of style in it.
The eye catchers.
The eye catchers.
Those were
amazing. They're
amazing.
so good. Okay, what about the music in general?
Oh, I loved it. It was
It's
awesome.
Loved the music. Honestly, download the soundtrack. It's so good. It's such a good soundtrack.
Yeah. But yeah, this was definitely one of the lesser ones that it didn't really hook me.
Okay.
Felt like Ava definitely hooked me more.
So I'm going to show you the opening for the second half of the show. Okay? So close your eyes for a sec. I'm just going to show it to you, and I'm going to get your live reaction because it's something that I want to see.
Okay.
So, and I hate how YouTube now does this thing where I type in YouTube and it sends me to YouTube Studio, which is an entirely different website. Okay. Is this it?
Just typing away. Searching.
This is it. Touching the third one. Okay. So I want you to watch this, okay? It's about the same, right? This is
I like the thing that the drill in the middle there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's grown up. Oh, they're both grown up. Oh, this is like a time skip.
So the second half of this season is a huge time skip.
Huh.
So this came out of nowhere, and when people saw the opening,
wow.
they flipped, right? Because there was no build up to it.
Huh.
A little bit of more hints of stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the reason I said like the first half, you can like stop there and it's a good, enjoyable thing. But the second half is actually a time skip. So it just because when you're talking about like character stuff, that is kind of the focus of the second half too.
Oh, okay.
You know, it goes because now that there's a time skip, it really changes how some characters
cool.
are, right?
And he has Kamiya's cape.
Yep. So
That's cool. I like that.
yeah, right? And it comes out of nowhere, and it's definitely was a twist for people to sort of see that. So it does take a change for the second season, but
Cool.
yeah, no, I think that's understandable if you didn't like it too much. If you don't like mechas, that's understandable, right? Because It is very much like where Evangelion, you could say, arguably isn't mecha. This is undeniably still mecha, right? Like it still comes down to that, and a lot of the appeal is combine and make bigger robot, right? A lot of the appeal is, I want to see bigger, crazier attack, right? Let's just see final things. Yo, isn't it messed up? Yoko's like 15. It's a bit weird. Bit weird. Let's see here. No, but that's an undeniable thing you have to confront. What else is there? Okay, did you notice a shift in art style at any point?
Not entirely. Well, maybe I noticed it a bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Episode 4 was infamous because the director for the first 3 episodes got so mad at hateful comments online that he quit.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. So then actually the art style's different for part 4 onward, or episode 4 onwards. Huh. Which to some people they say they like it and some people don't. So, but it changes quite a bit. Episode 4 it's now a meme for every Trigger show to have episode 4 look intentionally bad as a reference. I don't know if you remember Kill la Kill episode 4 was the race to the school in her pajamas.
Okay.
And like how it was like super weird art where they're like small.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Right? So it's now a joke among Trigger to work with that. Be like, yeah, episode 4, that's where we lose the budget.
So I definitely say I like Kill la Kill more than Gurren Laggan.
Okay.
I'd say that.
Okay, yeah. Interesting. Okay. So, and actually the movie I'm going to go see premiere is, I'm going to show you what it looks like. And you're going to be like, oh, yeah, right? Here's the main character.
Oh, it's just a Kill la Kill character.
No, it's Kamina.
Oh.
Right? Like, it looks just like Kamina. Like, look at this main character. Doesn't he just look like Kamina pretty much?
But he looks like in Kill la Kill art style, though.
Yeah, so it's basically this new movie made by the Kill la Kill and Gurren Laggan teams is pretty much Gurren Laggan, Kill la Kill combined as firefighters.
Okay.
So I'm going to be seeing that in theaters.
Cool.
But like, yeah, when people saw that, like, oh, you just made Kamina again. And they even said when designing him, yeah, we slightly based him off of one of our previous characters. So, but yeah, okay.
All right.
Sounds good. So that was our foreign exchange. And
what's next?
What is next? Well, I have a game for you. A game. One that came out recently.
Okay.
For a console that you can't sadly stream. But
So it came on the Switch?
It was on the Switch.
Is it Yu-Gi-Oh?
It is.
Okay.
I want you to try and play I'd say about 6 or 7 of the story mode battles.
Okay.
So learn the card game, which is not too bad. It's pretty easy to get into. And there's a good tutorial that runs you through it. But start it up, play through some of those things, and remember they are puzzles. But they're puzzles with RNG, so don't feel bad about pressing start and saying, I got it. Like, you might get a hand at the start. That means you can do nothing on your first turn. It's like, no, just reset then. Okay. That's not worth it. But I want you to try and I want to hear what it's like to just play the card game.
Okay.
Right? And it does get complicated later, but for the first... Because it's broken up into shows. Like, there's been 5 Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows. You start at 1, and it's very simple.
Okay.
Like, the most complicated you get are, like, fusion monsters, where you have to use a card to fuse them, or ritual, which is, like, you have to use a spell to summon them. Okay. That's it. That's the most complicated to get, right? So, yeah, I do want to hear your thoughts on that. So, you will play through story mode. You can skip the cutscenes if you want.
Okay.
They're not long. They're not. They're like a couple things of dialogue. You can read them. They're kind of funny as like campy stuff, but it's mostly for the gameplay. Okay. I want to hear your thoughts on the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Okay. Or as it's officially actually known, Duel Monsters.
Cool. Okay. So, do you have time this weekend? No?
Nope. I am going to be at my school preparing for teaching.
Okay.
I am actually going to not be home pretty much at all this whole extended weekend.
Okay. So, I have backup.
Okay.
So, We talked about this during the podcast today.
Uncharted 2 multiplayer?
That was the original one, but it's shutting down.
Okay,
real
yeah.
soon. So I wanted to see if you had time this weekend, but you don't, so it's okay.
Okay.
It's another thing we talked about.
Was it in your week?
No.
No.
It's a game that came out this year. It's a bit of a it's going to be an Eastern side game.
Okay. It's
going to be a Japan-made game that you've been wanting to play. You skipped over, but you wanted to play for a while. I want to give you the chance. I want to see you experience the game. It's been it's more than 5 months. Well over. It came out this year.
Is it Yoshi?
No.
Okay, because I actually played that a bit at a friend's house. That was pretty fun. Is it Nintendo?
No.
Is it on PlayStation?
It's on PlayStation 4.
It's on PS4.
Yeah. You wanted to play it for a while when it came around. And I played through it. I finished it. I loved it. I don't want to say too much more because I'm getting into spoiler territory here. It's considered many people's game of the year. That's the last hint I'm going to give you.
What company made it?
It's a dead giveaway if I tell you.
No, it probably won't be.
Capcom.
Oh! Devil May Cry. No.
No.
Resi 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, have you played it?
No.
You don't sound too excited.
I'm scared.
Oh, you.
Okay. I didn't play it, but I was part of a commentary for the first hour and a half. But we played as Claire.
So
if I play as Leon, it should be fine.
Yep. So why don't you stream it?
Okay. Oh yeah. I'll give that a go.
It's a scary game.
I know, because even in my muted commentary thing that I was doing, I couldn't hear the game audio. Even then, I was getting big spooked. So we'll see how that goes.
It's one of the scariest games I've ever played. Honestly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But at least it's not jump scares, right?
No,
that's the difference.
It's the tension.
Tension is different than jump scares. I'm actually okay with tension. Jump scares ruin me.
Well, there are jump scares that they're not intended, but like.
Oh yeah, unintended jump scares are fine. But when it's just big scary face scream at camera, I hate that. That's stupid. So yeah, okay. I will give that a go.
Cool. Are you going to give me Yu-Gi-Oh?
I will. I have to actually stop it off my console, and because I'm playing it right now, so I'll just have to shut it down after. So you'll get that after. Okay.
Cool. So we're going to skip Border Battle.
Skip Border Battle. We don't have time because I have work tomorrow and it's getting late. And so we're going to do, because we have a number of questions and we still have spoilers.
Yes.
So we will get through them quickly.
We'll just do JoJo. I put Persona 4, but whatever.
Oh, yeah. There's not much to say about Persona 4's story mode other than it's dumb. Well, Persona 4 dancing, let me say. Yes. Okay. We got the comments here from Mauricio. Mauricio back with a vengeance. With Tom taking a break until he gets his new computer and Disney Expo happening, got me thinking of some questions. So, Mortal Kombat and Smash are examples of any character or movie star can join. What fictional character from any media do you want in a fighting game, and what would their moveset be? Saber, 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 Saber. I've been thinking so much about Saber in Smash Bros.
Really?
Yeah, she works really good.
But like, let's think of it like
slash on B. Her down B will be not a counter, but throwing out the sheath that lets her block any attack. So like kind of like Keklang, but you can move off of it. Like it's sort of like, imagine being able to, when Josuke puts up the rock thing in All-Star Battle, imagine that, like a portable shield you can pop up places, right? Her up B will just be kind of her crazy jumping around house stuff, and side B could be, what else? Well, she'd be kind of a more basic sword user, but using wind stuff, kind of like Chrom, I guess. I just want Saber in Smash. I like Saber a lot.
You have another one? Like a traditional fighting game.
Saber? No. She's in a couple, actually. She's in a number. I guess another character that I like in a traditional fighting game. I always wanted Asura from Asura's Wrath in a fighting game. Because he's kind of super dope and would fit perfectly. He was in a mode, like there was a side DLC mode in Asura's Wrath where you get to fight Ryu and the camera goes sideways like Street Fighter style, but the controls remain the normal gameplay. So it's just like still regular button mashy stuff. I want him to be like that.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm struggling to think.
Struggling?
Struggling.
Do you want
because like all these characters that I do want, they are in a fighting game.
at
least once.
I want Zoro from One Piece in Soul Calibur.
That'd be cool.
His 3-sword style would be so cool. Like, and he would fit in so well, and yet they're too cowardly to put him in. He fits in better than Spawn in Soul Calibur. It's weird that both Spawn and Kratos have been in both Mortal Kombat and Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
It's a little strange. It's a little strange for sure.
I'm thinking. Because like all these characters I'm like looking at on my phone.
You saw Ezio and he's
a fighting game.
He's in fighting games.
Well, it's Spyro in a fighting game, you know?
I think
in like Smash
Bros. Like a 4-legged character is always interesting to see how they play because they have smaller hitboxes. So I could see that.
But that wouldn't be very I'm like, I want a Walking Dead character in a fighting game, but like there's Negan.
Yeah, that's still
I can't believe that's a thing that like it's already done.
It's that one's definitely a weird pick that surprisingly worked out. I think people want Guts in a fighting game.
He hasn't already?
No.
Really?
Never. Right?
That's like a character you see.
Like people wanted him in Soul Calibur also because it's like he'd fit so well.
Yeah.
Right? Again, better than like Geralt. Sonic. Shoot, wait, no.
Wait. It's like it's like get a JoJo character in Smash, but like there's like already Joker kind of, you know?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. He kind of fits that niche.
You have so much more material to take from. And when I'm thinking of like Western properties, like there's
what
no
about
one...
like Scooby-Doo, man? Scooby and Shaggy as a pair? That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing I've ever said. I want to die. I'm surprised you haven't said Minecraft, Steve.
You know what? Yeah, I'm saying like
I'm not even joking when I say that.
Yeah, like I can't believe I forgot about that. Yeah, I legit think Minecraft Steve would be a cool character in Smash Brothers.
My only problem is the animation. Because either you give it faithful Minecraft animation, which looks like trash. I mean, you have the hands.
But that's the intentional thing.
Or you give him good animation and he ends up looking like Minecraft story mode or YouTube parodies, which make me want to die even harder because I hate how that looks.
I feel like a creation character would be really cool. Even the stage would be really cool.
I don't even deny that. But my only problem is thinking about how do they get around. Honestly, I do believe we'll get a Minecraft Steve costume for me, Sword Fighter.
You really think so?
Yeah, because that's an easy way to get around the animations problem. Just give it as a costume.
There you go.
And it'll be as simple as full head mask, full bodysuit. It's perfect, right?
Yeah.
And hey, maybe they'll have it be like the color of your me gives you a different color outfit for Steve or something. Simple, right? Mm-hmm. I think that would solve a lot of the problems.
I think having like a thing where it's like you can use dirt or cobblestone or like another block that you could put down and it does like different stuff.
I feel though that there's so many stages that do weird stuff in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
That it would be even more glitchy than Hero is right now, who is very glitchy.
Glitchy.
Dude, there's stuff you can do where it's like if you have wind facing down that lead to portals in a custom stage and you zoom, he'll get stuck. Like
really?
You'll be stuck and nothing can hurt you and you'll just be a flying, like kind of stuck in the air hero because your upward momentum gets canceled out by the downward wind and that's it, you're done. So, yeah.
Cool.
I think we answered that, though.
Yep.
So he says, with Ian McMinervin back as Palpatine and Richard Steve Horvitz as back as Invader Zim, which I will say I have no... There's a lot of talk of Invader Zim, and it feels so weird being entirely on the outside of it because it never aired here.
I guess it didn't.
It never aired here. What's an anime, cartoon, game, movie, blah, 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 you wish was brought back and why?
Let's keep it to cartoon/anime.
Okay.
To make it interesting.
Slayers.
Slayers.
I need to give you that one day. That's one of my old favorites. Slayers is a... Okay, you know how I said Konosuba is like the worst D&D campaign ever? Slayers is the original one of that. It was the first comedy adventure like anime of that type.
Okay.
It's old, like 90s old, and it's basically a group of absolute idiots going on adventure, and it's based on novels. They're still making new novels to this day.
Really?
But the last anime was, I think, in like 2013, and I love it. It's so good. It is one of my... 2009 was the last one. It has such a style. I actually read these books in elementary, too. Because they got English releases. I shouldn't have. Boy, were they anime shenanigans at times. But I remember reading them and loving them, and then I watched the show, and so I want it to continue. Like, here's Kotaku saying the Slayers saga will continue, and it makes me want to squee with joy. And then they're like, yeah, more light novels. Yay! So, that's one I want to continue.
So,
how about you?
I want the...
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
No.
You don't want more cheese?
I want the story of the 90s Spider-Man.
I like chocolate milk!
Shut up.
Sorry.
I want the story of the Spider-Man 90s story to keep going. I want that brought back.
Like Shocker!
Yeah, that one.
Okay. I like how that's all I have to say.
The...
know exactly which one it is.
That's the Spider-Man that I grew up on, and that's the one that made me love Spider-Man.
I will follow you to the ends of the earth! I love that scene.
Like, have you watched it?
Oh, yeah, dude. That was on Fox Kids back in the day. And Fox Kids was where I got a lot of anime, so of course
do you remember like how that show ended?
No, I don't.
It went into like multiple dimension stuff.
Really?
Like time travel and all that. And it ended with like...
Did it end with Madam Web stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, I did see that.
It got really cosmic.
Yeah, I remember that then.
And then it ended with like Spider-Man in a different dimension where Mary Jane was alive.
Oh, okay.
Not all that? I just want like more stories out of that.
Yeah.
Or like just do like a new take on it with that style.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention.
Oh yeah, we forgot because we're super tired. So now we have themes.
Yeah.
For our airmail.
Yes.
So our themes for our airmail will be we're gonna give one
something that relates to like the main topic of the podcast.
Yeah, and we will have it be...
We want to get you guys to submit more and give you more
focused
ideas.
questions that we can... so that we don't just recover the same ground over and over and get more creative ones.
Yeah.
So this time, it was Cars.
Yes.
Not the Disney movie, but like the actual vehicle
related
themselves.
to Fast and Furious.
So, we got one here from Mauricio again. Because I was a naive little boy when I first bought a car, I never knew anything about like engine, oil, transmission until I fell victims to one of those problems multiple times. It was because that I now research cars' fact, histories, and errors to make sure the car model I'm buying is perfect and doesn't break all the time. What was the thing you learned, problems you faced with your car in recent history? Oh my god, I have the absolute worst one, and I think about this daily because I actually could have died.
What?
Actually. So... when I first started driving, and let me preface by saying I am actually an idiot when it comes to cars. I know nothing. Like I knew nothing. So when I first started driving, I remember my mom always saying, when you're driving down a road at night, turn off your high beams. You don't want to flash people.
No, you don't. Were you doing that?
No.
Okay.
No, listen, it's worse than you can imagine. So... I was like, okay, so whenever I saw a car coming, I would turn off my high beams. because I saw a car coming
Yeah,
at
that's
night,
what you should
right?
do. Yeah.
What I thought were high beams was my lights.
Wait, like interior lights?
No, my lights.
Wait, so you didn't have your beams on the whole time?
So I had my car lights on, and then when a car would approach, I would be turning my car lights, my headlights off. Because and then because I didn't know.
I could just imagine being the person to drive past. You just see this guy turn off his lights in his car.
And this is going down the road that does not have lights at night. And I remember because I was talking to my dad, I'm like, Dad, do I really have to turn my high beams off while I'm driving and the car comes? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, but I can't see the road at all. It's pitch black. Like, can I not see it? Like, what's wrong with me? I can't see the road at all. I feel like I'm driving in pure darkness. And he's like, what are you turning off? My high beams. So then I go out and he shows me and he's like, oh my God, you were turning off your headlights. He's like, and you've done this how many times? I'm like 4 or 5.
Oh no.
And he's like, and you drove all the way through darkness.
Well, you didn't turn them back on?
No, when the car passed, I turned them back on.
Okay.
But there's usually a lot of cars. And so
Oh my God, Tanner.
And literally pure darkness. Pure darkness I was driving in.
Why? Did you not realize, like, hey, maybe this isn't a good
Because
idea?
I was like, I thought, because I turned it on.
You're probably like, what are these stupid people drive like this?
Well, yeah, and then the people are flashing me all the time. I'm like, why are these idiots flashing me? Because I think about that all the time.
They were flashing to turn your lights on?
Yeah. That's a totally true story, and it's yeah. So sometimes I'm driving and I just think about, hey, remember when I drove in pure darkness because I thought my high beams were my headlights?
So I have 2 stupid stories too.
Are they more stupid than
Yes.
mine? Oh my God, I'm strapping in.
So I was driving my friend home, Jacob.
Yeah.
He lived out in the country, and it was winter time, I think. Yeah, and this was when I first started learning to drive, like on my own. The windows started fogging up, and I'm like, damn, I can't start seeing. So like, how do you literally get rid of this? So it's like, it's minus 30 out, right? And I'm with my other friend, and for some reason he didn't tell me how stupid I was being, but I rolled down the windows
Oh my God.
to get.
Okay, that's dumb, but I still feel like that didn't endanger your life.
I didn't know that you have to press the button to get it to like even out the temperature to get the
That's
residue
fair.
off.
That's fair. They don't say that.
No.
I was only told by my family
And my friend didn't say like, hey, you're being stupid. Turn on the whatever. I don't even know what it's called. The other thing that happened was it was during the driving exam. So this was in front of a professional. So he's like, okay, so tell me like how to do this, this, and this. And he's like, okay, tell me how to pull the handbrake. And I'm like, oh, I didn't get taught this. What am I supposed to do? So what I do is I just press my foot on the brake a little bit harder than usual.
Okay, even I knew what a handbrake was.
I didn't at the time. So that's what I did. And he's like, okay. But I still passed the test that day.
What?
Yeah.
Was that here?
Yeah, that was in Beaumont, yeah.
Oh my God. The dudes here would insta-fail me every time.
Really?
Like, I would go for my driving exam, and there was one time where I would have got 100%, but when we did the parallel park, he's like, okay, you can drive forward and then do a U-turn up there and come back. I started to drive forward, and he's like, you didn't look back for 3 whole seconds to make sure no car was coming. That's a fail.
3 seconds.
And like, this is it, like by the mailbox by my house. There's no one there.
No.
Because there was only one road in at the time. And I'm looking, and I look back. There's no one. Okay, let's go. He's like, nope, you didn't hold looking back for 3 seconds. There could have been a car there.
What about in front of you? Like 3 seconds.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And it was this. Was it an old, bony,
I don't remember.
evil-looking dude? Because
think it might have been.
I'll remember that dude forever. Because he would come into my car like the Crypt Keeper, and he would hunch over, and like his shoulder blades would jut out of his back, and he'd be like, "Time for your test." And then
I don't know why they get the scariest people.
Then I would do it, and then I literally spent almost $300 doing the test over and over, and every time it'd be, "You would have passed, but you did one fatal mistake, which is an instant fail."
I also did another mistake on that test too. Is like on the right turn.
Yeah.
I was so like nervous that like I forgot like you can turn on a right turn at a red light, and I was like I stayed there for a good 10 seconds, and he's like, you can go, right? Oh, sorry.
What?
Sorry. And I still passed it.
That would have been an insta fail for me.
I barely passed though.
So, okay, then I went to the one by my grandma's house, and I got a dude who was like 20-something. And there was one time where a car almost hit me, and he's like, "Yeah, it was in the fault of the other dude. You're good." And then, like, I got it back. He's like, "100%. You're a seasoned driver. You're great."
100%?
100%. 100%. So I failed here like 8 times, and I went somewhere else 100%. Really makes you think.
Yeah.
Really makes you think.
Okay.
I hate cars. Wow, we really got into that one.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, these themes.
Yeah.
We get some stories.
Yeah.
All right, and so then he says, definitely read part 7.
I will eventually. Gotta get part 6.
And then the Konosuba movie is almost here. Yeah, I'm very excited. I don't think it'll release in theaters, though. They can't air that in theaters here. There's stuff in Konosuba that would not fly.
Nope.
All right, thanks, Mauricio. Let's go and hear from Blubber.
Robert.
Did you know Blubber's name was Robert?
It's in his email.
I think this is the first time I've learned this
Really?
forbidden info. Oh. Hey there, Tan Man and Cactus Dude. Why are you Cactus Dude?
Cactus person?
Why are you Cactus Dude?
Cactus person.
Why?
Oh, it's my Club Penguin username, and I kind of just like used it here and there.
How does he know that?
I don't know. I actually don't.
That's weird. It's Blubber here. So Dragon Quest 9S Echoes of an Elusive Age. Dragon Quest 11S Echoes of an Elusive Age. Got a demo that ends up lasting like 10 hours, and that was surprising, wasn't it? But the more I think about it, the more sense it makes. It lasts long enough for you to see where the plot could be heading, get comfortable with the world, engage to the game flow with a full 4-person party. It happens to be that in a 10-hour plus RPG. There's still quite a few.
I know you're tired.
I am tired. There's still quite 100+ hour RPG. There's still quite a few hours, and it's selling people on the game. Do you think big RPGs will try demos? More big RPGs will try demos, or is this something that only happened because it's an update of the game that's already been out for a couple years by this point?
I just think it's because Nintendo wants us to buy the game.
I think it's Nintendo and Square Enix. I think it's more Square Enix being like, "You will like Dragon Quest, damn it. We have released Minecraft clones. We gave you a character in Smash Bros. Here's 10+ hours of a demo. You absolute Western trash. Love this franchise like Japan does."
I think that I don't think big RPGs are going to do this.
I will say, I think more RPGs should have a demo of at least the first like hour or 2 that let you transfer to the full game. I think that's always awesome because replaying sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But
this is a special case.
There's also been proven where demos actually reduce sales of games usually.
Yeah, because it gets them to like know what the game is exactly.
Because if you're excited, you'll buy it. If you're not, you still might buy it and try it. If a demo comes out, if you're excited, well, you're going to buy it anyways. If you dislike it, well, now you know you're not going to buy it, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's been proven. But at the same time, Dragon Quest, I feel like it needed this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because with the hype of Hero and people being like, well, I want to try it. Mm-hmm. Well, here you go, right? I think it makes sense for that. I don't think we'll be getting it from other things. I think... And it does help that, yeah, it's an update of a game that you can buy for $20, like new. So I think that definitely helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good idea, but it's not going to happen more.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Blubber.
Thank you.
We got one here from Kirby Mania. Hey, Adrian and Tanner. This is my first time sending a question. I just want to say I've been watching podcasts for a year now, and I always look forward to a new episode. Keep up the great work. Hey.
Thank you.
Since the airmail theme is about cars, what are your guys' favorite cars or vehicles in media? Also, this is loosely related. What are your favorite Mario Kart courses? Are you excited for the Goku and Piccolo Drive minigame in DBZ Kakarot? I still can't believe that's a thing. That's wild. There was a famous filler episode of Dragon Ball which is Goku tries to get a driver's license.
Really?
And it's literally just him at the driver's school trying to get a license.
Huh.
And him being like, not knowing how to drive. And that's the whole episode. And they're taking that and making it into a part of the story of the Kakarot game.
That's cool.
It's wild. Okay, favorite cars or vehicles?
Ka-chow.
Are you actually serious?
Okay, so I was talking
No,
to
you're not.
Kirby Mania, and we were talking about the Cars video game. Did you play the Cars video game?
I didn't, but I watched a video on how it was called the surprisingly ambitious Cars tie-in minigame.
It's
or licensed.
It was the first open world game I've played.
Wow. Yeah.
my life.
I know. I've actually looking at that. That's actually kind of cool. But I still can't. I still hate cars. I still hate the cars.
I love the
franchise.
first movie. It's so nostalgic for me.
It also doesn't.
Lightning
Okay.
McQueen is such a nothing character.
So listen, the first time I watched it, though, let me give you this context for where I was.
Okay.
My sister was learning Ukrainian dance. I was upstairs in the waiting room of a grungy, like, downtown office that was their dance hall, and it was like -20 and freezing in a dirty room, and all they had was a small CRT playing a VHS of Cars over and over. That was my first place I watched it because her dance thing went on for 4 hours. So I watched Cars twice, baby. So for me, it is all I think about is that cold, dark, dirty room I had
fair.
to watch Cars twice in.
It's like a nightmare.
Like, honestly, that rendition of Life is a Highway gives me like hives.
See, it warms my heart
Oh no.
because it reminds me of the good old days.
No, it to me is a demonic song. Like, it's horrible.
I
for
could,
me.
yeah, I could imagine that. So, what other cars?
The B Dasher from Mario Kart.
Is it the white one? That's what I was gonna say too.
Look at this perfection.
I love this card.
the B Dasher.
I was gonna say this.
The B Dasher is perfection.
It is.
It's so good. It's just an evolution on, and I love this art of Mario breakdancing on it. Like, it's so good. It's such a good car.
I always use this in 8.
Well,
It was DLC too.
but even in Mario Kart DS,
Yeah, that's when I fell in love with it.
always, it's the best. Like, even when you unlock more, you start with the best.
Mm-hmm.
I love the B Dasher. It's one of my favorite vehicles. I love how it looks. Otherwise, let's see
Is there any
here.
car anime?
Well, there is Initial D. I know my sister loves the cars from Initial D. I'm gonna type in Initial D car.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, like it, and it's like used for drifting and stuff. So whenever she sees one out and about, because it's like one that's just like a regular car.
Yeah.
Like she saw one once and she was freaking out because she's like, "Look, it's the Toyota 1580," and she's like, "It has the European Japanese headlights," and I'm like, "Why do you know this? You're like a 17-year-old girl. What? Why do you know this?" She's like, "Oh, it's the Camaro 1450." I'm like, "Gee, I never learned the breeds of cars."
Breeds. Why do you
never-
say breeds?
I don't know what's a thoroughbred Chevy. I don't know.
You know what the gear stick is?
The gear stick? Is that a new fight stick?
No, it's the car part. Do you know the difference between standard and automatic?
Yeah, okay, I know that. Yeah.
That's like basic.
I know
knowledge.
that. Not stupid.
Oh, the Hawker in Burnout Paradise. Search that up.
The what?
It's the Hawker in Burnout Paradise. It's like the one I use the most.
This one?
Yeah.
The Montgomery Hawker.
It's
Okay.
it's the sports well, when you play Burnout, there's
Yeah.
like the different boost speeds. That's the sports one.
Okay.
And I like used it all the time. And then there was like a evolved version of it where like it used all 3 boosts.
Okay.
It was really cool.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
Any other vehicles?
Does Shinji drive a vehicle? Is there any cars in Fate?
Dude, Fate has a kart spin-off.
Of course it does.
Watch this. Fate. Grand
Watch
Order.
this.
Oh, I know a specific car that I like. The Fate racing car. There's a real...
Oh my god.
Like, this is a real car that's used in Grand Prix around the world that was sponsored by Type Moon and Good Smile Racing. That is literally a Fate car. And guess what? First race it went on, it got demolished.
Should like buy it and like roll up to your work.
They actually sell scale models of it, which is kind of cool. Because guess what? The original's gone.
Rip.
It got destroyed. I actually like it.
wild.
Actually, it's pretty cool. I like the design. The entire concept of anime companies sponsoring racing cars is awesome and wild. But yeah, there was a Fate Racing spinoff, but I'm not there yet. The Dead Heat Summer Race.
Interesting.
I don't know what it's about. I'm not there yet. Okay.
Cool.
Favorite Mario Kart courses quickly.
Oh man. Oh,
The Koopa Tube one.
there's one I really
What's
like.
the Koopa Tube one?
In 7?
No, Koopa Tube. You know the exact one I'm talking
No,
about.
I don't.
The one where you go through the turtle shell and then you go down the big pipe and then you're in the
That's
water.
in
in the
7.
tube? That's in Wii.
No, that's in 7.
That's in Wii, you stupid idiot. Mario Kart Wii. Koopa. Koopa Cape.
Oh, Koopa Cape.
You stupid.
Oh no, I was thinking because I played it all the time in 7.
You absolute dunce. It's in the Wii version. Jeez.
Oh man. Admittedly, I don't think about my favorite Mario Kart courses all the time.
Show
But
Mario Kart 8 tracks, because that has most of them. That honestly is most of them. Okay. Let's see here. Just the ones from 8, let's take a look at. I love Toad's Turnpike, but not the 8 version. I love the original.
Really?
I like the original a lot more.
okay.
The aesthetic of it. Just like the N64 aesthetic. Oh, Calamari Desert. I love Calamari Desert.
The train one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, gotta go with Dolphin Shoals. Love that
Oh,
track.
Dolphin Shoals just for that
sax.
sexual sax solo. Like one of my friends said, he played Mario Kart 8 for the first time recently, the Wii U version, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, there is nothing in any video game like coming out of the water in Dolphin Shoals. The sounds, the atmosphere. Jeez, that's some good stuff. Okay, I'm trying to think of my favorite Mario Kart, which is Double Dash.
Oh man.
The bridge one. I love riding up the bridge because then you get to go up the sides of it, which is like a secret.
Wasn't that in
short
7?
shot. I don't know. I didn't play much 7 because 7 had stupid ways of unlocking stuff. I hated that.
Why?
You have to beat it on 150cc.
Oh, I love Cheeseland.
Cheeseland? Really?
One of the DLC ones. Well, it was from the GBA one.
Oh, there's no DLC ones here. I'm like,
But
it doesn't feel like there's enough. Well, it's because there's no DLC ones. Here we go. Here, now this one has them all.
Yeah, the Cheeseland from GBA, but the 8 version specifically.
Okay.
Because have you played the GBA Mario Kart? It's terrible.
It's awful, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
bad. I'd say my least favorite one is Royal Raceway.
Oh, okay. Royal Raceway in the N64, though, is top tier.
Okay.
Because you can actually travel to Peach's Castle, and it's just the full N64, like Mario 64 Peach's Castle courtyard.
Really?
Yeah, like they just imported, like you can drive around.
Huh.
Like
That's all the same track, though, because I know what the one you're talking about.
that's Royal Raceway.
No.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. Yep. That's Royal Raceway because that's the one.
You're saying it really... Oh, I love Maple Treeway, too.
Yeah, like look over here. You can drive up that path, and that is the Mario Kart 64
Okay.
courtyard. Like the whole court. Like look, the whole courtyard.
Huh.
You're just in there.
That's cool.
It's so cool. And you can like my friends and I would go there and like we would like drive around and play around in here. But like it's entirely like it's just a secret sort of area that there's no reason to go up here. There's no shortcuts. It's just there to be cool. So I loved that.
Also love Coconut Ball.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah. All right.
I think we covered that.
Cool. Thank you for the questions.
Yeah, thanks, Garyvania. Finally, we have one from Dwayne. Not be confused with Dwayne. That's something different. Our friend Dwayne. I have no idea if this question has been asked or answered already, but has there been a game that you were already expecting to be good and hyped for when you played it, it broke past your expectations? For me, it was Katana Zero, an indie game I saw and thought, wow, another indie game till I played it is one of my favorite games of 2019. Bayonetta. Really? I had Bayonetta 1 hyped up for me so much by one friend in particular.
No, it's the opposite.
No, he said broke past expectations.
Okay. I thought you were going to say, like, disappointed you.
No. He says, like, you were already expecting to be good and then, like, shot past it to levels that you couldn't believe.
Okay.
So, like, for me, Bayonetta. I had a friend like, yo, this game is, like, it's my favorite game of all time. It is an amazing spectacle. You need to give it a try. And I bought Bayonetta 2 with the Bayonetta 1, and I'm like, okay, I'll give it a go. And by the chapter where you fight the dragon, right away for the tutorial at the start, I was like, this is something special. This is something beyond, right? That was definitely one.
I wish I could come up with stuff as fast as you.
See, I'm also thinking like Danganronpa. Expected to like it. Didn't know I'd like it more than Ace Attorney, which is why I played it to begin with. You know? So if I expected to be good. Broke past my expectations.
I don't know. Lots of dead air here.
Yep.
But
so we're trying to think.
Yes. And it's late, so
it is.
Our brains are kind of like low functioning.
Oh, Devil May Cry 5. That was another one where I was like, I think this will be good. And it was like, oh my god, it ended up being real good.
Persona 5.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yes.
Well,
for me.
For us, at least. Some people hate it, and those people are wrong. You know who you are.
You know exactly
who you are.
I'm talking directly to you.
Tyler.
Oh no, he's going to be so mad. He's probably like messaging us.
He doesn't listen to the... Actually, he does.
He does. Because he's a good friend.
He is.
He's a good person.
I told him recently that, like, I was just talking to my mom about him. And he's like,
I talked to my real friend, my IRL friends about it.
And he's like, yeah, my mom knows about you too. And I'm like, yay. We love you, even if your opinions are wrong sometimes. All right.
Yeah, I'd say Persona 5.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Thank you all for the questions. So, we are going to do a spoiler talk right after this for JoJo Part 6, Stone Ocean.
Up to Chapter 100.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I don't actually know where that is, and we will have a fun talk about that. So, if you are leaving us now because you want to watch JoJo Part 6 when it becomes an anime, and that is totally valid, though watch out for spoilers. We are Tanner.
Adrian.
You can find me at TannerLPer on Twitter or Tanner of the North on YouTube.
You can find me at Age1000 on Twitter.
And if you have a question, you can send it in to...
Ships WW Podcast this time. Got a new email. Got to shorten it up so people can...
shipswwpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Way easier to remember.
Yes.
shipswwpodcast@gmail.com. Have we fixed that in the description of the Twitter?
Yes, I immediately went
there
to
we go.
So go check the Twitter if you don't want to come back to this part of the podcast but want to know the email.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
If you're leaving us, next time we're going to be looking at Resident Evil 2 and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
For the Switch there. So we will be going into spoiler talk in 3, 2, 1. I actually don't know where you're at, so I was gonna yell out something, but I'm like, I don't know if that means anything to you yet.
Yeah, don't spoil it yet. Yeah.
I don't know where you're at actually.
So I'm at the part where Jolene's trying to escape. She has the memories of Jotaro, but there's the stand guard that no stand users got past, and it's the one that if you touch the bars, you only remember 3 things at a time. You don't remember this?
Oh, this is so buck wild because I don't remember any of this.
The stand name is Jailhouse Rock.
I don't remember any of that.
Here, there's the stand
Did you meet Sports Max?
Yes, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
This is Jailhouse Rock. It's a part of the wall. It's like Link from Link Between Worlds. That's what it reminded me
Okay, I
of.
remember Mew Mew.
Yeah.
She's dressed like a freak. Spaghetti ass outfit.
Yeah,
She's wearing a flying spaghetti monster as an outfit.
But I'm just gonna go through the chapters here. So I really like Jolene.
Right?
She's like really cool.
She's way better than Giorno.
Oh yeah, she definitely has
yeah.
much more personality.
She's the main character.
And then we meet Hermes.
Hermes or Hermes, depending on how you translate it.
She hasn't been in the story very much lately. She kind of, after the Sports Max happened, she kind of like went away.
She goes away for a little bit,
Yeah. Then there's Goo Goo Dolls. You remember Goo Goo Dolls? It's basically she uses the stand to turn people small.
Oh yeah.
Which is basically like Formaggio in
a little bit, but she's a freak who wants Jolene to be a furry.
She's so weird. I'm like, what? This is like peak JoJo right now. When she was like talking to the bird, and it's like there's a hand coming out of the bird. I'm like, what's going on? And then the Visitor arc, which I really like, the first introduction to White Snake.
Yes,
that was really cool. And like the whole like dream within a dream, and like Jotaro realizes he's in a dream, then he wakes up, and then there's just
I don't even remember that stuff.
I'm wait.
Very excited to watch the anime for this. Like I remember reading it, but there's only like key moments I remember.
Then learn Hermes stand, which is the kiss.
Yeah, kiss sticker. Is cool. I like kiss a lot.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Robin from One Piece, except you have to put stickers on.
Mm-hmm. Then Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters is the best.
She's awesome.
She's the best.
She died. She died recently. White Snake killed her.
Did she actually I don't
know. No,
she
literally says like I am dying. like I may come back, but
Rest
I'm not gonna.
in peace, you funky little plankton.
But she's like I'm gonna die, but I might come back, but I'm not gonna be the same Foo Fighters you know.
Who could have imagined that the hottest character in JoJo was the villain of SpongeBob?
Okay, so the whole way it like introduced, I'm like, there's this plankton. What the hell's going on? I'm like, I literally did not understand the stand. And it's just like, bro, it's just plankton.
Just plankton, dude.
That knows it exists. Yep. That's it.
And it goes into a human body. And
I really like the way she looks without like the base form.
Yeah. She's cool. They actually change her up though from the initial design. Her design slightly changes to be more appealing after the first appearance.
Okay, yeah. I definitely noticed that. Then there's Debt Collector Marilyn Manson, which is the ball.
Yes.
Catching one. I can't wait for that to get adapted. Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of moments in this part, or like now that I'm reading the manga, it's like, what's going on? Like, what's happening right now?
Yeah.
There's a lot of moments of that, but like it connects. Operation Savage Garden happened. That's the one that they had to get the stand disc out to the Speedwagon Foundation. Mm-hmm. There was the battle with like I already forgot. There's like so much that happened.
Right? That's why like
this is the gravity one.
Oh yeah, the one where it's like in zero gravity you pee yourself.
Yeah.
And then everyone who actually knows gravity science, they're like, that's not the case. You don't do that. I think you just wanted to have her peeing herself in there, dude.
And then we get introduced to Weather Report, just who is really cool.
Yeah.
And like Weather Report and Jolene are like kind of close now. Like, they hug each other.
Bit, yeah.
Then the frogs all of a sudden rain.
Yep.
I'm like, that is a Deus Ex Machina.
Is it though?
Just randomly happens. It hasn't been explained since. Just frogs falling.
So do you want to know what it is?
No,
it's not a JoJo thing. It's a real world thing.
Tornadoes. They explain it's like tornadoes.
Yeah, and that happens. And Araki Googled it, and he said, "That's cool. I'm gonna put that in there."
Oh my god. So I thought it was a stand thing.
That's just how Florida be, dude.
That's insane.
That's just how Florida be.
The arc is called Heavy Rainfall Warning Activated. I'm like, that's such a stand name.
Yeah,
but it's not. That's wild.
Dude, that's how Florida is.
And then we get into the Hermes backstory stuff with her sister who got killed by Sports Max. And then the Sports Max battle, which is like just a zombie.
Invisible zombie alligator. That is, in my eyes, peak JoJo.
I'm talking to Beat about this, like, as I go along, and my reactions, and he's like, "You thought the Walking Dead cast had it bad."
Invisible zombie alligator. And what's the name of the stand that does this?
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
But Beat told me the localized name too.
Flaccid Pancake.
That's so lame.
It's so good.
No, I hate it.
No, it's perfect because it literally means the exact same thing.
I guess.
It's so great.
And then, yeah, like Hermes just kills him, and then he becomes a ghost and all that. And then, okay, so there's this part where we get Emporio, the kid with the baseball. I don't know, like, it might get revealed later, but I don't know why he's in a baseball uniform. But the first time we get introduced to him and like all that, he takes Jolene into the room. I'm like, okay, it's like, it reminds me of Harry Potter when he goes through the thin thing. I'm like, okay, this is JoJo, okay. And then he's like, there's two people in the piano. I'm like, who are these people? And then he's like, oh yeah, I like to eat, but I don't actually eat. I just get like the taste. And I'm like right there with Jolene, like, what the hell is going on? And then Emporio takes out a gun and shoots a bookcase, squashes a cockroach. I'm like, what is going on? Honestly.
I love JoJo so much.
I was loving it too, but it's like, what is going on? And then he just explains like all this stuff.
So I ask again, because last time I asked you this, I don't know if it was on podcast or not. The two people in the piano, or with the piano, have you got more about them yet?
Yes. So it went through all that. But before that, I really like the flashback stuff with Poochie.
Yes, isn't that good?
I like that. Is so cool.
Who knew all we needed to get for more, Dio was knowing about his gay priest lover.
Like there's a panel in here where they're literally reading books together in bed.
Oh no, it's super like basically confirmed. Like that is his gay priest lover. Like honestly.
Though they even admit like Poochie's like, I love you, Dio.
Yeah, no. It's not subtext, it's text. He literally says it. Yeah.
And like Dio looks so much like Fugo.
He does it. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah, okay. So this whole arc in the high security prison, like people consider like this like the worst part of JoJo.
I remember
like it was like Survivor that makes people just fight each other to the death.
Yeah.
And then there's the meteor one, which but it's the lame one is the one with
the Dragon Dream, right?
The Dragon Dream. Everyone I hear people hate that one because it's so overly complicated. But it's just like, this is where your luckiest spot is, and this is where your unluckiest spot is.
Yeah, I didn't find any problems with that.
And it's like, it was kind of lame. I thought the Green Baby stand battle was like weaker, where it's just like the closer you get to the baby, the smaller you get.
Oh yeah.
And then like if you fall, you're falling forever type thing. I'm like, and then they get the baby in the bottle, and it just kind of reminded me of the Formaggio fight.
A little bit.
It's kind of
okay,
like a retread there. But now, what's going on now? And then there's Beat's favorite stand in this part, I think, is like the Yo-Yo Ma.
Is that the green dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's weird.
He's like the saliva gets on you, and then like it like just decomposes your body or something. I think that's what it was.
I don't even remember. I just remember this green little dude and being like, "What are you, you little gremlin?"
And then he just like impales himself on the boat. It's like, I'm done. He's like screaming.
I like to imagine him being voiced like Toad the whole time.
That fits though.
It fits so much.
But the thing with there's Witherport and Anasui.
Yes.
Who's like the serial killer.
Yes.
But like he just like likes to just take things apart, which is like really weird. And like he made a bet with FF like to help her. Just like, I want to marry Jolene.
Yes.
Like I'm so in love with her. But like he dies.
Do you remember?
Beat brought this up.
Yes.
It was a girl, and then they changed it to a guy because I think
they couldn't have a lesbian romance.
Oh, I thought it was just because Iraqi didn't like. It was just there were too many female.
No, it's probably because they originally wanted that and they couldn't.
Oh, huh. That sucks.
Do you remember Did you? And a lot of people miss this because a lot of people are like they randomly changed gender. But do you know how that happened? It's totally said.
No.
Did you get to the part? Do you remember the part where they're randomly giving inmates hormone shots? And Jolene says, "Wow, it's a whole new world."
No, I don't remember that.
So there's one it's a 1-page thing of Jolene lining up. It's early on. Jolene lines up with all the people, and she's like, "What's that nurse doing to people?" And then they're like, the person like gives them a shot, and poof, they're a man. And
It's a bit ridiculous.
And they're like, "Yeah, it's hormone shots. It's a normal thing in jails." And then she's like, "Wow, it's a whole new world." Done. So like there was one page that explained it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So they just like, yeah,
it's kind of weird. Just
got a hormone shot and became a dude. That's I guess how it works.
I hear there's like theories going around like if they'll keep him.
So yeah, well, there's some people who think they're just gonna make him a guy from the start, or they'll make him a girl from the whole show. I don't think they'll do that. There's every video game, every tie-in, every bit of merchandise is the male version.
Oh, okay.
They're not gonna keep him a girl the whole time. But what they might do is in that scene with the hormone things, just have him in line.
Okay.
Done, right?
Yeah.
Like that'll fix it. So
yeah, there's a whole thing with the green baby that has the Joestar on it, and then Poochie merged with it, and now he's in his like, it reminds me of his Requiem mode. He has like his hair's going through his thing. I'm like, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
And he's like on his way to like the coordinates that Dio told him about to go to heaven. I still don't know what that means. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited to find out. Poochie's like he's a good villain.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone loves Poochie.
Whenever like he's around, you like
he's a great villain.
Like I don't feel like anyone is safe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And his stand power with the discs, like that's like the whole thing around this part is like the disc power.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. Just can't wait to find out what happens. Mm-hmm. I just like people don't like this part. I heard, but I think I like it.
Some people dislike it because they say that there's not enough character development. To which I say,
I think there's a lot.
To which
there's a lot of little moments.
To which I say, have you read part 5? Giorno has no development.
No, he doesn't.
He has a dream from the start to the end. That's it. Bruno, little bit, not much.
They like kind of do like basic story stuff at the beginning of the part, and then they go from there.
Yeah. So I think I really like, because part 6 is mostly stuck in one location. You have to have character moments, right? There's no journey aspect.
Because there's a moment where like, I love the part when like they're playing catch and FF is so like invested in it, and like as they're like doing the catch, like the stand user like sits beside the water, and she's like, "You get the hell away from that right now." And everyone's like, "We're literally playing catch. We cannot fail or we'll die." And FF is like, "This matters. Get the hell away from my water." And I'm like, I love that. Like, you just got like when she died, I'm like, you knew all about FF and all that.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like just the little character moments.
Imagine though if Jotaro met FF, dude, he would freak out.
How?
Yo, that girl's plankton. I love sea life.
Oh yeah, hey? Damn, I wish that happened.
Right?
Yeah, there's just a lot of character moments where they're like in the cafeteria talking.
Yeah,
like,
no, I love that about it. Yeah. I really like this part.
And I like it's like more closed in, so you have more personal like.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really enjoying it so far. Like I kind of have the ending spoiled. Like it's been a while because there's just like what happens, but I'm not sure how it happens or what. Tell me
what you just. I'm not going to say anything, but tell me what you had spoiled.
I heard universe reset.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
So I'm expecting something.
Okay.
Big.
Okay.
But I don't know anything other than that.
Okay.
In my head, I have an idea what a universe reset is, but it might not be what JoJo does, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm not going to say anything about that.
No, don't.
Will not.
Like, that's what I've heard.
Yep.
Yeah, Beat even said, like, the ending to this part is, like, one of my favorite parts in anything ever.
Yes. That's
Yes.
all I'm gonna say. Yes.
But again, it's like it's JoJo. Like
I'll say I love it too. I love it.
okay, cool. I'm looking forward to it. Anything else? Are there like any small characters? Oh, the stupid lawyer at the beginning who looks like a Link.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
That's also just how Floridians look, I guess. Like Rocky's just like, yeah, just give this person elf ears. Make this person have Lisa Simpson hair. That's how Americans are.
I laughed at the. There's like they have, like between chapters they have like the maps or like a description of part of the prison or whatever, and there's like a map of like where the prison was, and there was just like Florida right beside there, and I'm like that just made me laugh for some reason.
It's in Florida.
Yeah, it just made me laugh. I don't know why.
Dude, it's not far from Disneyland.
That's what I think. That's what's funny. It's just like this really screwed up place nearby.
You could go there IRL. It's nothing there, but you could go there.
Is there anything else that you remember that hasn't been covered? Because there's a lot of little moments that happen that I probably forget.
Like the big moments that stick out to me that are where you're at are like peeing in zero gravity.
Yeah.
Invisible zombie alligator. I don't even remember the stuff with Emporio with the room. I really don't. And when you say that, I'm like, it's like I can picture it, but I don't even remember.
They were like, it's a zombie room. It's like it got destroyed, but it still stayed there or whatever.
I don't even remember.
And you literally see like Emporio like reaching his hand out. Like it's just the hand
I don't
coming
even
out of the
remember
wall.
any of that, which is wild. I definitely remember the stuff about like the survivor in the fights there.
Mm-hmm. I let you get the stand. You find out who the stand user for Survivor is because he just has pants that say Survivor all over them. I'm like, okay, sure.
Oh, I love JoJo. It's so stupid.
I really enjoy the flashbacks with Poochie and Dio though.
Yes, yeah.
Love those.
Even when Dio decides to wear trash bags for clothing, because there's one where he's wearing clothes that look like actual trash bags.
I like how he just like rips a bone out of himself and gives it to Poochie. Like, here you go.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. I do like how it's implied that between Dio resurrecting and Stardust Crusaders End, there's just a section of time where he's just chilling with his bro.
Yeah, that's just like that's a weird thing.
He's just chilling with his bro.
I think back to Stardust Crusaders.
Also he has a kid in Japan.
It's like, when does he have time to do this?
That's what a lot of people
Is it literally just when like it's like the first part of Stardust where you don't see Dio at all? Is that what he's doing?
I think it's right before he started recruiting the bad guys.
Okay.
So
because when does he get out of the chest?
It doesn't say how, like when exactly, right? Because because his time training with Enya, right? Like that's a whole separate thing, right? So like
there's a lot of time he does like a lot of stuff.
He does, yeah. No, so it's not immediate. It's not. It makes it look like it's immediately like Dio resurrected. We got to stop him, but there's an amount of time there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plus, once he gets time stop, he can just like repeatedly time stop and make his way places. Save time, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
I actually just watched a video, which you can't watch because of spoilers, but it's 44 times Araki forgot, and one of them was like, "So you're telling me that when at one point in Stardust Crusaders, Dio looks at a car and he's like, I don't understand this thing. Back in my time, we had horses and carriages. And yet he clearly has to take a plane to get to Japan."
Yeah, he does. Unless he just takes like a really long walk.
Unless he takes a long boat or a long walk.
Because in one of the flashbacks, he's on a ship.
Right?
I think. Or he's playing with a ship.
Right? So it's like, there's a lot of stuff where you're like, oh, it's stupid, but you love it.
I like how like Dio is still like a force to be reckoned with even when he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Like he's still affecting the Joestars.
Oh yeah.
In some way.
Oh yeah.
I really like that. I thought it would be like after he died, it's like, okay, new villains and all that, but like,
well, there's still new villains, but they're
connected. Well, not Kira.
Well, I mean, the whole... No, because even if yeah, no, it would the plot of part 4.
And then Diavolo doesn't have anything to do with him either.
No, but he is partially inspired by Dio. the name Diavolo
He's
and
like
the
the
fact
opposite,
that he's
yeah.
like the opposite, right?
Okay.
So he's
But not an in-universe
not an
connection.
in-universe, but yeah, definitely there's parallels.
And then Poochie just being his lover.
Yeah, it's explicit. It's like it's there.
Yeah. Huh. That's cool.
Yep.
What else? Any other last minute things? Don't think so.
No, I think,
Just I'm really enjoying it.
well, I would say
It's messed up my reading of regular comics now.
really,
When I read regular like panels of comics, I'm like I start from the right now.
really,
Yeah.
huh?
I gotta
Yeah.
start reading regular comics again to like get it balanced.
Yeah, I'm at a point where it does, like, if I pick up a manga, I'll read, like, it's whatever for me. It's back and forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
But okay,
Okay.
very exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to hearing your opinions on the conclusion.
I'm excited to start part 7 too because like
Everyone's hyping it up, right?
yeah, I'm like I can't wait.
I will say part 7 is the pinnacle for the art.
Okay.
Absolutely, it is photorealistic at times.
I want like a JoJo Avengers.
Well, that's Eyes of Heaven, and it's bad.
Damn. Okay.
The story mode is literally JoJo Endgame.
Really?
Yes.
Like the end of the series?
No, as in it's like, let's get everyone to fight the villain.
Oh.
Let's go back in time to fight the villain.
Okay.
Like, it's literally
huh.
JoJo Endgame.
Oh, I thought you meant like the end of the,
No.
But Avengers Endgame. Okay.
It's like the Avengers Endgame with Dio as Thanos.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
but you can't play that.
Nope.
Not until you finish part 7. There's no part 8 spoilers in it.
Okay.
Like 2 characters from part 8 are in it, but they're so inconsequential to the story that you see their stands and that's about it. There's nothing for story there.
I was gonna say one last thing, but I forgot. Oh yeah, like the whole thing with me being worried about like not enjoying it when it gets adapted.
It's gone, right?
I'm like, I can't wait for this to get adapted and see what
That's exactly
the
what
new
it
twist
is.
on it.
Well, like, look at me. You're telling me stuff, and I'm like, I don't remember anything about some of
And
these.
there's stuff in this part like I probably don't remember, like the little moments.
Because JoJo is kind of hard to remember everything that happens.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot that happens,
Yeah.
and a lot of it doesn't even make sense.
Because there's panels where I'm like, what is?
Oh yeah, there's absolutely panels
'Cause
where you're
there's,
like,
like-
I don't know what's happening.
There's like a swipe. And it was like just a fast motion way
Yeah.
they do it in manga. I'm like, what is going on there?
Yep. Yeah.
like-
So that's why a lot of people are like, yeah, read it and then watch it and you'll be fine.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
That's about it then.
Yes.
Thank you all for listening to us ramble. If you listen to this whole thing, that's cool.
Thank you.
If not, then, well, you're not here. So we will be back in probably 2 weeks' time. We're going to try our best. Well, not 2 weeks now, but it'd be 2 weeks as of next.
Well, it's going to be shorter than 2 weeks this time. Because it's not going to be this
True.
Sunday, but next
True,
Sunday.
yeah. So yeah, we will see you then.
Cool. Thank you for
And,
listening.
Yeah. Ciao.
We're tired.
Did you say we're tired?
Yeah.
I thought you said retired, like a JoJo reference.
Oh, I should
like
have.
retired. Well, now you have a chance. I haven't hit stopped.
Retired.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know, we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond. And that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn. And that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Don't let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go. And every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you